Wake up, gamers, because you're listening to the Big Think Dimension with Noel, Slam Rocket, and Bob Video Games. Even if I played Marathon, I wouldn't tell you.
Yeah, what would that accomplish?
Chris Wolfhart.
Homelander turned Huey to a cube.
And Dr. Aggro.
6 sides, 8 vertices, all action.
Here on GigaBoots.
The cube can't be stopped.
Can't stop the cube. Can't stop the cube. You can't stop. I can't wait for that needle drop with the remix. God of War Lofay. That's gonna be exciting. Hi.
Needle drops in a God of War game that are like real pop songs. I don't think I would be ready for that.
That'd be really funny. I don't know. I think that would be hilarious. It'd be like, everything else about this has been so crisp and refreshing, and then you did this? You did a weird needle drop remix?
They should just fill the game's soundtrack with needle drops of boomer songs.
Black Hole Sun as like a black
More
hole
boomer.
opens in the sky. That would be fantastic. Did you say more boomer?
More boomer.
How do you get more boomer than Black Hole Sun? Like,
Black Hole Sun's still like it's not the typical.
You just put like wildly inappropriate hair metal in there. Like you have reality melting at the end of the game and play the final countdown.
at some point, we're talking about them playing skeleton music, not boomer music. People are
Sorry,
saying
70s and 80s music is boomer music forever.
Right, and nobody would ever say, okay, boomer, to someone listening to 90s alt-rock. I didn't realize how boomer the boomer music needed to be. I apologize. But yeah, no, chat's sitting here saying we need some songs you play in the Vietnam setting and countless fucking things. Yeah.
It's all just Boomer Kawanger's theme.
Ooh. You know, it is kind of surprising that X5 and X6 didn't at some point go, wow, look at this really great song and level. I'm just going to borrow this. Because they fucking did it with fucking Bubble Crab's theme. So why didn't they fucking do it with Boomer Kawanger? Those motherfuckers aren't above it. Anyways, hello. Welcome to Big Think Dimension number 375. Are you okay, Chris? Did you step on a Lego or something? Are you okay? Was that like a stomach pain?
I am constantly suffering from the passage of time.
Uh-huh.
Oh. Do you take a medication for that, or like this sounds like a long-term ailment that you're suffering with?
Well, see, the best medicine for feeling like time has passed too much is to hate every single thing younger than you.
It's very healthy.
Does that help?
That's what everybody does. I have to imagine they know something I don't.
The best way to do it with your job is take a smoke break. It helps. I promise. Anyway, we got a little bit into the summer game events this week. We got Black Voices of Gaming and the State of Play. Unfortunately, today they scheduled a few different things, and it was like, oh, we gotta do our podcast day. We can't also be live and cover that. That really sucks. I really enjoyed the Latin American Games Showcase last year.
Yeah, most of these showcases were ones that I believe were previously on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's sad we
rated them.
They keep
fairly
multiplying, so
it's really unfortunate.
Yeah, I think that Saturday still has some real big stinkers. Like I think that's where Green Gaming or whatever is.
Oh yeah, if you want to ask
me, what a
weird
idea for a show.
I find it really repugnant too, because you're gonna watch that show and it's gonna be like, this was made in Unreal Engine 5, and I'm like, okay.
And I'm pretty sure last year they embraced AI, so
yeah, they did. I absolutely ideologically hate the notion of that expo. I've said enough last year about it, but that apparently will be happening on Saturday.
Yeah.
We aren't covering that, though, are we? Do we have a different show we're covering?
No,
We
I
could
think
just not cover it and do anything else.
We could just not cover it and go to lunch.
Yeah.
Ooh, one moment. What if instead I just played Pac-Mania for an hour? You know, we got an hour to
Last
cover.
time that completely broke the screen. Maybe choose a different game.
I mean, we could just play the Latin American Game Showcase in that slot.
That'd be funny. That'd be truly funny.
That actually would be a flat-out upgrade for fucking certain.
But let's be real. The worst show that day is going to be the Future Games show.
I don't know what you're talking about. I love when I get attacked by an enemy stand.
Yeah, no, that'll be the best show
love
yet again.
I love the 3-hour Assault of Golden Experience Requiem.
Yes, I do. In fact, if you check our spreadsheet, I believe me and Bob scored it higher because that happened. That was hilarious. I genuinely hope they have another colossal technical failure that is unreal.
That was excruciating.
They played the entire audio track for it backwards. We just have to deal with that for the whole stream.
Or it keeps changing languages every so often, like the audio tracks keep changing. They send out only one channel in a 5.1 surround sound mix. So one host is really loud, the other's really quiet, and everything's boomy.
There's so many angles they could ruin their own show with.
It's true. And incredibly likely.
I mean, nobody's brought Pele out on stage in a while.
Now I'm like, I don't know shit about Pele. Is Pele alive?
I don't think it would have altered how entertaining that segment was.
Oh no, he passed away 4 years ago. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Okay, yeah.
They need to get Zidane out there so he can headbutt somebody again.
That would be pretty awesome.
Bob, do you have any wishes? Do you have any summer game events wishes? For good or evil, you can choose.
Specifically about the Future Game Show being awful, or
Sure. Well, I mean, nobody said it had to be awful. It's just, you know.
Fate kind of decreed it.
Right? I think him above, whatever. Like,
I swear that
decreed.
show's been kind of not bad some years.
oh yeah,
It's been,
for sure.
It's been all right. It's also been fucking terrible. It's been, as ever, these things
good
run the
rule
gamut.
of thumb, in my opinion, is the longer a show is, the more likely it will be to make us want to claw our eyes out.
Yeah. I think it's one that also suffers from usually going last and having stuff we've seen in the other showcases.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it has that problem.
And
bad.
also, they try to write a lot of jokes, and that
do.
that
They
honestly
do
is a
do
vector
that.
of being awful sometimes.
Feel like they've gotten better at writing jokes every year,
They
but
have.
it's still like mostly bad.
I mean, last year was the funniest joke they've ever run, so
Yes.
clearly they're getting better.
I don't know if we know the celebrity guests that'll host it this time, because they always choose
Yeah.
like 2 voice actors from some popular game.
Hosting this year is the AI-generated voice of Nolan North. He signed off on this.
Apparently, well, no, that was the AI summary. Let me make sure it's real. 'Cause you can't trust that.
Fucking
No.
2026, all right. Nolan South. Oh,
Okay, they
man.
announced that Troy Baker will be there to host, so everybody prepare your fucking Karias.
Yes! See, this show's going to be great!
This is gonna be awesome.
This is great.
Because
wait.
you're going to have the bounce sting on a button.
Okay.
Gonna wear that bitch out.
Yes!
Discord's gonna be like, I'm gonna need you to upgrade Nitro again if you want to hit this button this many times.
Do we know who the co-host is?
Oh,
Uh,
I hope it's
Alex
a good one.
Wilton Regan. I do not know what she has done. She's
don't
apparently
recognize.
Lara Croft now and was in Dragon
Oh.
Age Inquisition as
Okay.
somebody.
Okay. We can't
see.
scam this. Does she have any credits in Bleach?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
No, I don't believe so.
Darn it.
So, I'm excited for that. We are going to be live every day from now until Sunday with Summer Game Events streams. And if Jeff Grubb, who I almost called Grubhub, if Mr. Grubhub is to be believed, Nintendo's doing their thing on Tuesday. And given certain circumstances, at bare minimum, Bob and I will be live for that. But we'll have to see when.
Yeah, when it is.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Oh my
maybe.
God, she's also the main character of Squadron 42, who doesn't have a name.
It's a weird subtitle for a game.
That is a weird subtitle for a game. Who knows? Maybe if they schedule it at a completely ass hour, and my sleep schedule's fucked up enough, I'll just like reach out my bony hand and grab Matt O'B's ankle and drag them into the fucking stream. It's like, it's you and me.
Yeah, they like to do that shit at 9 a.m.
They sure do. Or even earlier, actually,
they've
our
done
time.
A big June one at 9 before. Like usually those are more medicated, but they haven't done a big June one in a while.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited for this. I honestly will make the effort to show up, assuming sane circumstances, which isn't a safe assumption in this case, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, let's see what we gotta talk about. I'm gonna do a follow up to something Bob talked about last week. That was last week where you played Outrun 2006 Coast to Coast, right?
That was like months ago, I think.
Was it? Oh God.
At least a month.
Okay. Anyways, so
I
I
can
finally
actually look back and see exactly what day I talked about it.
Cool. You do that while I talk about it. So, Bob, me, and Spiff, we went to a local arcade. They had the cabinet. Oh, did you find it? How long?
April 30th.
I've been thinking about it the whole time. The whole time. They had an Outrun 2, which is the same core game, arcade at the arcade. So I tried that, and it was a great time, and I was having a delightful time. And I'm like, man, I'm surprised Bob hated how this controlled so much. Like, you could tell from the way it steers, because, of course, the arcade unit has a steering wheel. You could tell from the way it steers there that it seems reasonably, decent feeling. I get home. I play the PS2 version. It controls like fucking shit for some reason. Even weirder, the simultaneously launched PSP version controls good?
That's hilarious.
What?
How do you mess it up that bad?
What the fuck's going on? I don't get it. It's so fucking weird. That's not normal. The PSP version of no game should control better than the PS2 version. So here's what I got to do. I got to try the Xbox original versions of Outrun 2 and Outrun 2006 Coast to Coast to see what that controls like, and if it's good, or if maybe 2006 Coast to Coast is fucked up on consoles. I don't know. But that game's really fun. You know what isn't really fun, Bob?
That.
The retro achievement set. Where for beating the game in the normal fucking mode, in my opinion, but they have different opinions, I got literally nothing. Literally nothing. And I'm like, oh, what do you mean? That's like the game.
Though.
I just played the game and then beat the game. What do you mean literally nothing? Not 1 point. Now, I know you're sitting there thinking on it. You're like, well, they got to stretch those retro achievement points. They don't want to have too many achievements. Chat, this thing has over 1,000 points and 140 achievements. So there's a mode in that game that the retro achievement set clearly considers the normal mode, Bob. Mm-hmm. And in this mode, it cuts up the roads into 2 road chunks. Okay? So you know how in Outrun 2, you have the branching paths and there are 5 total routes you go through.
Yeah.
So you do 2 of those, and then it's like, good job, you won that. Head on to the next round. And then the next round is 2 other ones. And then it said, good job, you did that. Head on to the next round. And if you get AAA average points on all 3 rounds, it then gives you, and I'm not exaggerating, 1 retro achievement point. 1. So while that game is really delightful, and I would love to spend more time with it, it's the PS2 version, and the achievement set's insane. So I'm good. I'm fine. I have better shit to do. I would literally rather get retro achievements and fucking Back to the Future on AES. That's how frustrating that is. Check this out. I'm going to play that game for fun and never do retro achievements on it because I have the capacity to do this as a person.
Uh-huh.
I can both enjoy retro achievements and not be enslaved by that. Let's see. What else did we do since last week? It was my birthday stream, so we did the Bouncer. Bouncer's a great game. Really cool. Lots of optional cutscenes and special endings and stuff. Person who made the retro achievement set didn't actually put a unique achievement for every ending. Put barely any of the points in the main game. 63% of the total points are in one mode called survival mode that I do not like at all. It is terrible. It is a try-hard, miserable mode. They put 63% of the points in that. You get 25 points for every character you beat it as. Fucking insane.
Yeah,
And
you're
then
the biggest fan of the Bouncer I know, and you're like, I have never played it. I've never played that mode.
I booted it like twice, and I was like, oh, this is terrible. Fully levels up character. It's still terrible. What's wrong with some retro achievements? So they're made by people. So your question actually is, when you reduce it further, what is wrong with some people? I would like to know. And it's a funny thing, because it had not occurred to me. Bob,
What's
the
up?
creator of this retro achievement set does not have this retro achievement mastery.
That should be disallowed.
Wow.
I conceptually find this a little hard to come to terms with. Because I agree with Chris. I feel like if you made the set...
Mega Man Maker dev exit ass.
Yeah.
Right. Because they could be like, well, I did it in softcore and made sure it worked, and that's good enough. And it's like, I feel like to some extent, you should have to do it after the set's live to prove you can even do it in softcore. Because you may have just completely hacked the game to make it in order to check memory states, you know?
Right. Like, they obviously didn't do it that well because a bunch of stuff doesn't trigger right in the main story.
Because
like
of cutscenes. They prime...
Yeah.
Okay, so here's an example of that. When you get to the level where the train crashes, if you do not find the thing to disconnect the rocket fuel from it, it changes the next level in order to start flooding, and you have to run away from closing shutters. Now, that cutscene they play at the beginning of this stage apparently primes the retro achievement, and then you beating the level detonates it, it triggers it. The problem is, if you skip that cutscene, it then never primes it. So we had to do it again. They have a notice telling you this, but it's still just like, yeah, I feel like you could have done better.
Like a sign that just says stairs broken, be careful.
Yes,
Yeah, a little bit.
basically.
A little bit.
It's so funny because it's like they could have just had it when it plays that first cutscene. Like, then you're going to go that path. I don't think beating the next section is that important to this achievement.
No, the achievement's about beating the level when it's that specific way. The weird thing is you could have triggered that countless other ways. You can literally take the last shutter room and have that arm it, and it would be the same. You could have it prime the achievement, and it would be identical, except for it would be functional because the player can't skip that room.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Anyways, yeah, so I'm done getting retro achievement points for the Bouncer. I beat survival mode as all of 0 characters because you have to beat 50 enemies in a row and your health never refills.
Yeah.
So
that game doesn't even have health restores.
No.
Period.
No. So I'm here to tell you the Air Guy set, pretty good. The Bouncer set, fucking terrible. It doesn't even have an achievement for every ending. So, like, duh. Like, I can't get over that. It's just like, there's a whole ending I left on the table and you didn't do anything with it because it doesn't unlock a character. But it's the most insane ending in the game and you should have given an achievement for it. Or it's like, I don't know, Dominique's a robot, so she didn't age. Anyways, Sion's dead. Who knows what's up with that? Sad ending, question mark? And I'm like, the Bouncer, what? But no one needs to see it, I guess. Even though that's a cutscene you could easily trigger a specific, a specific achievement off of. It's not like I'm asking for a lot here. It's an FMV, just have it when it reads the FMV, boom. I don't know. Anyways, so I'm done with that. But the birthday stream was great. I had a fun time playing the bouncer. I really appreciate people coming out and hanging out for that. As a part of that, I did have to get the DualShock 3 working on the PS2 emulator, and I could not get it working over Bluetooth for the life of me, but it was fairly stable using the USB mini that I had, connecting it up to the PC. Fairly stable. I think it disconnected how many times, Bob? Like 4?
Something like that,
across
4 or 5.
a pretty big stream. So, it's if you have pressure sensitive games and you absolutely need pressure sensitivity, you can go get some drivers, hook that shit up so that way it works on a PS2 emulator. And if you're having problems with it or your controller's doing weird shit, close Steam. You would not believe what Steam did the moment I got this hooked up the correct way, that not only fucking made things weird with the PS2 emulator, but just started doing shit on my computer.
Huh.
Steam's like, I'm helping. Don't worry. It's a mouse now. And I'm like, what?
I got you, bro.
Don't worry, bro. I got you. Yeah, I should probably default the desktop profile mode to off on all controllers on Steam. I need to remember to do that after Big Think today. Let's see. What else do I have to talk about that isn't what we played on Friday?
Did you play anything else at the arcade?
I'm trying to think if I want to talk about anything else I played at the arcade. I played a lot of Outrun 2. I must have done like 5-6 loops of that. That was really fun. I think that game's really cool. I'm hoping the Xbox original versions of Outrun 2 and Outrun 2006 Coast to Coast are good. I'm really hoping those are good because I would love to have those on my Xbox. It also, the problem with the PSP version is even though it controls well, it runs like fucking shit. I don't mind.
Yeah, of course, it's the PSP.
Right, it's a fucking PSP. You're asking so much from it. I don't mind that the graphics are all melted down. I mind that it just hits ruts where it starts running like shit. Let's see. I think I'm done talking about random retro games I played and retro achievements, but I will bring up, as someone brought up in chat earlier, you cannot do the infinite bolt glitch in Ratchet & Clank 1 in order to get enough bolts to redeem the retro achievement, which means, Bob, you have to play through the game something like 5.5 times to get enough bolts to do it.
Cool. That's definitely something normal.
Yeah. I have
Very normal.
I can't possibly relate to that having done Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 30 plus times. Did I talk about Sean Palmer on that week after?
I think you talked about that last week, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus Christ, what a shit game.
Yeah, I don't know if you said much other than that, but you were
it's
very firm on that point.
They literally had a fucking... You could tell it was an imperative design to make snowboarding fit into a Tony Hawk exact mold in a way that doesn't line up at fucking all. Ugh. Just miserable. Anyway. That's it. We can talk about our 007 First Light stream in just a moment. I want to add a little bit more variety to the beginning of this because I feel like we have 2 games this podcast that are going to be rather sizable discussion pieces. Let's head to Aggro. Hey, Aggro, what you been playing?
I finished up The Island of Dr. Morose.
Okay.
Ooh.
This is the hand-drawn Dr. Seuss point-and-click-esque adventure horror game. It is really, really neat. Here's the thing. It's $10 on Steam. Now recalibrate everything I'm about to say to it is $10 on Steam. I have a lot of affection for this game. I really like what it's doing. It is mechanically a little rough here and there.
Mm-hmm.
I went back to an earlier area, which is a thing the game expects you to do. And okay, it's like the example is there was a radio that was squawking, and you click on it, and the character's like, "Hey, I'm in other place, and fucked up shit has happened. Please come alleviate that circumstance." Which I did. And then I came back to check on a thing in the first area, and the radio was still there, and clicking on it was still like, "Hey, I'm in a place that's fucked up. Please come alleviate the circumstance." Oh, okay. We just didn't catch this. I got the bad ending because I didn't find all of the collectibles. so I could open the last door and do the last area. And I thought, you know what, I've liked this enough so far. I'm going to go back and because I'm only missing a few, I'll go back and get them. But it turns out in the last area I was in, it unlocked an enemy that has a percentage chance to just show up in certain rooms and chase you around, and I couldn't muster the will to run from this thing. Look, moving in this game is slow going.
Mm-hmm.
You had to go through a lot of screens.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked this game, warts and all. I could not muster the will to go back and collect missing doodads with this bullshit monster chasing me around. I guess in the final totaling of things, would I recommend it? If when I said it is a hand-drawn Dr. Seuss horror point-and-click adventure, your ears perked up, sure. Go check it out. It's $10 on Steam. There's a demo. Go look at the demo.
Yeah, I was going to say that demo is still up, right?
I believe so.
Okay, cool. It is worth noting I get to hit my favorite button in the world. Oh no, where did my favorite button in the world go? Okay, there it is.
Game code provided by
The developer. We got a code for this. I did try out the demo before, so I talked about that on Big Think Dimension last year, but I ended up with about the same vibes as Aggro, where it's like, I really, really like what it's doing. It's a little rough. And at some point, I did end up in a similar situation of I simply just don't have it in me to keep traveling these entire screen spaces to go, for me, to go check for certain things that may have not worked or maybe I missed. But for you, for doodads, for the good ending.
It also does have, honestly, one of the most effective horror monsters I've seen in a game in years. We're talking, I'm having flashbacks to shit Bob has drawn for Armchair Devs.
That can't be good.
No, it is in fact pretty sphincter clenching.
Put that shit on the box. Jesus.
I also got to play a bunch of a game called Causal Loop.
Okay.
This is something that showed up at some shows, I think, last year. It is... Who is the developer? I had this page up.
Looks like
Meyerbound Interactive. It's the only thing they have on Steam. I got it for $20 on the PlayStation Store. This is, as often as I've seen it, I don't think I've ever come across like a succinct name for this kind of puzzle. It's this thing I saw on Newgrounds decades ago. Then they made a Ratchet and Clank game about it, where you hit a button to record what you're doing, and you go do a thing. And then you hit the button again, and it rewinds time, and now there's a time clone of you doing the thing while you get to go do another thing.
Yeah, I've seen that puzzle show up in a surprising amount of games, honestly.
Yeah, it shows up, and this one is based on it. So the main thing you have to understand about this game, if you're considering going to play it, it also has a demo, I think. You can go play the demo, is that the main character is voiced by a guy who is, and I swear to you, this is not hyperbole, doing a David Hayter impression.
What?
I don't know if he just talks like that, because he's not doing like a Solid Snake impression. Like you can hear like when he's doing Lupin in there, it's just David Hayter, and full range of David Hayter.
And you checked that it wasn't actually David.
I did.
Okay.
Twice. I pulled it up again to make sure.
Jesus.
I have really enjoyed this game so far. The beginning is kind of slow going, as it really acts like you have never come across this concept before and slowly explains it to you example by example. It does that thing that puzzle games do sometimes, where the people who wrote it are like, oh man, I think this game is brilliant, and 40% of that is the puzzles I made, and 60% of it is this great plot that I wrote that you are going to hear as characters say 3 times as many lines as they need to get this idea across.
Cool.
But it is a guy doing a David Hayter impression, so It took a long time for this game to start up and like take the blinders off and be like, okay, here's like a whole puzzle, go do it. And when it does, it goes from this is the handhold tutorial to kicking you off a fucking cliff.
Yeah, no, this kind of puzzle always felt like it had potential to ramp up to be insanely annoying and difficult.
Mm-hmm. They do leash themselves in a little bit, like your time, like you've got the time clones, you've got teleporters, and you've got these batteries that are basically keys.
Mm-hmm.
And the batteries that are keys, if they're out of a socket for a certain amount of time, they will explode. And that amount of time is different for each battery. And the amount of time your time clones can happen is different for each area you're in. It'll keep resetting. It's actually diegetic. But the time clones can't hold the batteries, and you can't take the batteries through the teleporters. Which sounds restrictive, but it sometimes makes a lot of the bigger puzzles more manageable mentally when you're making a map. Because a lot of these puzzles we're going to dump you in this big-ass area with a lot of doors that have a lot of esoteric symbols on them that relate to the esoteric symbols on certain switches or battery key pedestals. And the main thrust of the difficulty is walking around this room to figure out what you're actually trying to do and which end of the wrapped present you need to start picking at first to accomplish that. There's also a really cool, like the environments are neat. It's all, you're on an alien planet and there's weird monolithic architecture and stuff shaped like faces. There's an interesting sci-fi premise going on with, you're making time clones on an alien planet. What the fuck do you think the plot of this game is?
Something about a hotel?
Yes, except it's more of a house. You're walking along and you find the house you grew up in.
Bob, this game sounds like it's for you.
No,
No?
please.
What? Why not?
There is some aspect to the presentation that I have not been able to put my finger on. I don't know if it's the camera, the animations, some quality of the lighting. There is something that just reads cheap. Like not they cheaped out on it. Just this is clearly a more inexpensive game to have produced. And I don't mean that as a critique.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something odd I've not been able to shake or really nail down what's giving it. Because the game, like visually, the stuff you're looking at is really cool and really interesting, and it doesn't have a lot of problems. It's just this weird, it looks like machinima.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about just looking at this trailer. It's hard to describe. Hey Bob, you remember how that one developer, I'm struggling with their name right now. They used to make mobile phone games that were high-end for mobile phone games. So they had like a Halo knockoff and...
Oh, yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
Gameloft?
Yes, Gameloft. This looks very Gameloft core in a way I can't put my finger on. And also, I think modern Gameloft games, at least if they're the devs of Asphalt, their games look better than this now. So it's just some sort of thing like that. It's certain image quality. In fact, I'm looking at this footage, and weirdly enough, how do I put it? The environment literally looks in a certain way about on par with Metroid Prime 2 or Prime Hunters or whatever it was called. Yeah, that's right. Metroid Prime Hunters Reckoning. That was the name of that video game.
Definitely. That's a real game.
No, wait. It's Metroid Prime Hunters Gathering. Silly me.
God damn it. That is an interesting comparison because of the hostile alien world with ancient alien technology. The Metroid vibes were kind of strong in the middle of this.
Huh. So maybe it's an intentional choice.
It might be.
Huh.
I'm looking forward to finishing it. It's been really engaging so far. If this plot sticks the landing at all, it'll be in the better half of things like this that I've played. I'm in chapter 12 out of 15, so...
Oh, you're getting close.
I was going to wrap it up today, but I was absconded with, I had to go to a doctor's appointment, which sucked. But I did get to eat at an Indian restaurant I didn't know existed 3 towns over. So,
Ooh.
you know, okra masala is a thing.
I did not.
Wow.
Neither did I, but it's fucking delicious.
Oh, so it was a good drink?
Honestly, like having a pickled okra as a garnish could only have improved that swill.
Yes, no, the masala soda was so bad. Have you thought of food? Yeah, adding that might have helped. Statistically common. So the game of that, by the way, for this segment, I accidentally left the text sponsored on the screen. I couldn't see it because of my microphone. We didn't get a game code for this. Aggro, what was the name of the game again?
Causal Loop.
Okay.
Causal. Causal.
Okay. Thank you, Aggro.
Casual loop. Got it.
Thank you, Bob. Did you play anything else, Aggro?
I did play one more demo that I'm about to be very mean about, but I'm going to go back and give this another shot.
Okay.
This was a game called the Alighieri Circle, as in Dante Alighieri. It is a horror-themed puzzle game from the trailers about the last descendant of the Alighieri family. Apparently that the Divine Comedy was some sort of mystical ritual, and every 33 years, one of Dante's descendants has to go to hell to do something to stop some unspecified bad thing from happening.
Okay. The funniest thing, Aggro, the subtitles, fucking Dante's bloodline.
Yes. That is true.
That is really good. I'm sorry, that's so funny. Anyways, continue.
I loaded this game up, and 2 things happened at once. One, I went to turn the camera and realized that I, who has ever done the opposite, had to go into the menu and turn the turn speed all of the way up, because who the fuck made this game?
Oh my god.
And then I realized why the turn speed was turned down so low, because turning in this game makes you realize how shit it runs.
Oh. I see.
Yeah, and it is the whole opening section. You're in this big house and it's very dark, and sometimes you can't tell you're standing in a doorway till the interact option pops up on the screen and you go into another room with some fucking lights on. You go through the house and you go to a telephone, and a voice on the other line starts speaking about the plot we're about to do, and then you go to the basement to realize that the 3 animal statues you need to do the ritual aren't there, so the quest prompt pops up like, go find the 3 animal statues. And that's like they're just sitting in the house, and I found one of them. It was in a corner on a little altar, and I realized the first puzzle of this game was wander around this house and find these 3 objects.
Were they meaningfully hidden?
I don't know. I found the first one and then turned the demo off.
Oh, okay.
Because moving through this house just felt like shit.
Oh,
Like, this is a game about how the Divine Comedy is literally a magic spell to keep hell at bay, and you have to go into hell. Do you understand how bad a game has to feel for that not to, like, me, to not push through that? And even having said that, as I said before, I'm going to go play it again, because fuck, that has to get better, right? There's no way that game can't be worth it.
Maybe you set all the settings to the absolute minimum.
Oh, my sweet summer child. You think there were visual settings?
Of course there weren't. Of course there weren't.
jeez.
But yeah, I look forward to reporting back on whether or not that got more palatable.
Cool.
But that is pretty much all I have been playing.
Hey, Chris, what you been playing?
Well,
Other than Mina.
okay, well, I played this game called Final Fantasy X Fantasy War.
Okay.
It's a bootleg for the Game Boy Color.
Okay.
It is an extremely basic beat 'em up where you can play as the fighter, the black mage, a chocobo, and I don't know what the last one is supposed to be. I did this entirely because it looks like a WonderSwan color game, and that intrigued me, and also it has retro achievements, because of course it does.
Because of course it does.
I would not recommend you play that unless you're just fascinated by the idea of playing as a Final Fantasy black mage in a beat 'em up.
That does sound cool.
It is super basic, and you can infinitely continue.
Ooh.
It does not animate smoothly, and it feels kind of bad.
Wow.
But you do level up, and your health and magic bar gets longer. There's not a single Final Fantasy thing as any of the things you fight. That's not true, actually. There's the antlion from 2, from 4, and the bombs and the Tonberry. So there is a couple, but mostly you're fighting generic D&D ass enemies.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did they just steal assets for everything else? But I don't recognize
know. I think they're all made to spec. Tonberry is really funny though, because it bionic arms across the screen with its knife out, and will take like 70% of your health.
Shit.
So it's just a battle of do not be on the same like horizontal plane as the Tonberry.
Do they give you like the flash for a couple seconds before it shows up?
No, you don't have no warning. He just shows up to wreck you. Other than that, I played Onimusha 3 in preparation for Onimusha Way of the Sword. That game's still really good, but I think the structure is kind of bad.
No.
Because the structure of the game is that Samanosuke gets sent to the future in France, and Jean Reno gets sent to the past in Japan. And that's fine. You just swap between them for each like chunk of the game, except there's 2 areas where both characters are in the same place. And those are structured really poorly. Because what happens is they both go the same way. You progress with one until you find an item and cannot progress any further. Then you send that item to the other character. And then that character progresses and uses the item and gets an item and cannot progress any further. And then they send that item to the other character. And you do that 3 or 4 times. And you can complete the area.
I haven't played it. Isn't that what Resident Evil 0 is supposed to be?
I don't know. I also have not played Resident Evil 0.
Okay. Maybe someone in chat will edify. I just feels like if that's the case, man, Capcom was really in love with this idea.
It's really funny that so when speaking French, Jean Reno is Jean Reno. When speaking English, he's Leon from RE4. Doing like a very slightly different voice, you can easily tell.
That's amazing.
Great.
And Samanosuke is fucking Robin Atkin Downs now, so he just sounds like Travis Touchdown.
That's that's a little insane.
Like he's doing like a more sober voice, but whenever he has to be intense, you can hear like the growl.
It's really good. I need to replay that one too.
It's really good. It has one of the funniest like antagonists ever, because he's so pathetic. He just cries every time you whip his ass. Like you trounce him and then he shows up later just like, this time I mastered the power of the demons. I hadn't gotten used to it last time. Exact same moveset.
That's when Samanosuke's like, you fuckhead Yarrow, and then instant parry kills him.
And then in the final confrontation, he gets annihilated in a cutscene. Twice.
Oh. What even? Never mind.
Yeah, it's goofy. You also have Jennifer Hale as as like a French SWAT officer who she's the extra playable character in this one, which is really funny because she just has an assault rifle. And there's this really goofy idea of the Genma are invading the future and our tech can't stop them. Like, she has an automatic shotgun with long range slugs in it, and it seems to be solving every problem.
Yeah, the opening cutscene for them entering the real world or entering the modern day is really cool, though. Just like giant demon stingrays flying around, dropping down samurai zombies and slaughtering people in Paris. Like, it's so funny.
I know you misspoke, but I want to meet the person who actually believes that Samanosuke is from a fictional world like the never-ending story. Feudal Japan is a mythical fable. Modern Paris with demons, though, that's real.
Yes.
They must have thought this was very cool because all of Jean Reno's weapons are whips.
Oh, that's fucking sick. That's cool.
And he has this mechanic where he can throw items in the environment at enemies, but it sucks and you should never do it. Because unlike a lot of things like using a projectile weapon, which he doesn't get, for the record, because his whip can go upwards to deal with the 400,000 fucking flying enemies in this game. But there's no tracking or like any auto aim on throwing it at all. Like, they just have to be close to you and standing still, and then you can throw it 3 feet into them to not do enough damage to make it worth doing.
Cool.
The other thing they use it for is that they introduce these grapple points that lets him traverse areas in a different way from Samanosuke.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. It's a pretty cool game. It has some cool moments. I'm kind of convinced that because this is getting into the demo a little bit, the Onimusha Way the Blade demo. Somebody from the earlier games must be deeply involved with it because it feels like a direct continuation. Down to a couple of very weird things, not weird, but like funny things we'll talk about when we get to it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't play anything else except except Mina.
Okay. Then I guess we'll wrap back around. Hey, Bob.
Hey,
we
what's
have
up?
3 big talking point games. Let's
Okay.
go ahead and talk about everything that you played that wasn't Mina, 007, or the Onimusha demo.
Sure. Because of announcements this week, I played Stuntman on PS2.
You motherfucker.
Oh, God.
I wanted Go ahead.
Via the emulation, which is good that I went and checked this, I think.
Uh-huh.
This emulator don't run that right.
Of course.
It was basically
yeah.
unplayable by the 4th stage.
For the record,
wow.
I forgot until Bob just said that. Onimusha 3 also does not play perfectly with emulators. Like, it runs fine. Like, you can beat it easy. But there's some things that it doesn't do right. Like Samanosuke gets a big axe that does it's like his version of the Earth Hammer from 2, but it makes like a ground ripple when you use it, and the emulator can't deal with that effect at all. It also can't deal with the gelatinous blob enemies that are supposed to have some layer of transparency. It really bugs out on those. But it doesn't like hitch or anything. It's just a graphical error.
Okay, that's a lot more.
And maybe you could fix it if you fucked with the settings and looked up a guide, but I didn't bother to do that.
Right. But yeah, for Stuntman, I remembered the game running bad. This is a different level. It literally starts running in slow motion. It almost feels like it's going to crash, but it did not crash, surprisingly. It just slowed to an absolute crawl. For me who haven't played Stuntman, it's a cool PS2 game where you play as a stunt driver. So you literally are on movie sets. It's actually got like a documentary style to the storytelling. It's like the stunt driver himself talking to the camera, talking about what the idea of the scene is and what he needs to do to accomplish it. And they have their own made up movies they're going through because they didn't it's not like the new game. They don't have licenses.
No, they didn't get licenses.
But yeah, as someone who grew up watching a lot of those behind the scenes shows for movies, it was really cool to have something where you actually play that.
Specifically the VFX and stuff behind movies, not the normal, like, this is how they filmed normal movie, yeah. Because that was a whole genre of series back in the 90s, for anyone who doesn't know. Special effects used to be so cool in movies that in the mid to late 90s, and I feel like maybe even a little bit in the aughts, they're like, let's show you the magic of making movies. Which helps me segue into this specifically. I want to show this image on this big thing so that way chat can deal with this chat. They're selling a bucket for the popcorn for the movie The Odyssey. Now, you know, they've been doing this sort of thing a lot recently. They've been doing it for, like, Mortal Kombat and other things, and you put iconography from the thing in it. This bucket is the camera. The camera they filmed the movie on. It just says IMAX, The Odyssey, IMAX. And that's the bucket for this movie. And that's really funny for me because I'm like, okay, Marvel's gonna do it next too. Theirs is gonna be a green screen. This is gonna be a completely fucking blank, featureless bucket that has a green fabric wrapped around the outside.
I wonder if this is going to be like a lot of these where the different competing chains have their own bucket. So like AMC got this. Right. Failed. And then we'll see like the actual one with a helmet or something for someone else.
Here's a cool thing for the fucking movie. I don't know. Here's a Trojan fucking horse full of popcorn. Who fucking knows? Here's anything.
Here's the Cyclops head. I don't know.
The best thing is I'm looking at this and I'm like, how much can that even look like the camera?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even know if that looks anything like the camera. It doesn't look that unique, and it doesn't even look like any of the cameras I'm familiar with. So this may look nothing like the camera. You think the popcorn bucket's gonna be Dr. Doom? Bet. It's gonna be a green screen, fucker. You'll feel stupid when you show up to buy your green screen fabric fucking popcorn bucket.
So is it like fabric stretched over like a rigid structure, or is it just a bag of popcorn?
It's just gonna be a bag with a green screen color printed on it instead of an actual design. $40, please.
It's a Kmart shopping bag. It's just green screen green.
It's got some of those squares that they use for motion tracking, so they could replace it with something else later.
Oh, there we go. It's a popcorn bucket, but it has a green screen on it and balls. It's got the tracker balls all over it. Yes. So it's really hard to hold too. But yeah, no, that was a really cool thing. Honestly, I feel like we should find the name of one of those shows where they went into the VFX and stuff back in the day. We should binge watch that. I bet that would be fucking cool.
No, those were a lot of fun. I think that it was some of them were called super simple stuff like behind the movies or something like that.
Very related note. This fucking YouTube channel that's fucking obscure as hell, just a couple weeks ago, came out with an interview with Jamie Hyneman. And for anyone who knows about Jamie Hyneman from Mythbusters, that dude doesn't really do public appearances or speaking or showing up on things ever. And so, weirdly enough, this guy who barely ever talks gets like an hour and 40 minutes of a one-on-one podcast. It's fucking crazy. If you're looking for it, I think it's called Conversations for Our Daughters, Jamie Hyneman, which he explains the title in the intro. But anyway, I thought that was interesting. For people who don't know the connection, he literally ran a VFX company. That's how they ended up with Mythbusters. Like, he literally made special effects for movies. And then just one day, an Australian TV producer's like, it'd be pretty cool if you used your technology and stuff, your expertise making props and things, and setting off explosions to test, myths. And so that's how he ended up with that job. Anyways, Bob, I'm hearing you don't recommend people play Stuntman on PC SX2. There's
do not do that.
There's an additional layer of question, though. Do you even recommend that people play Stuntman for the PS2?
Other than that, load times are really bad in this game.
They're horrible.
they are the worst on the PS2, maybe. Like,
no,
they are rough.
I think you're right. I think it is the worst. I've never experienced worse than these on the PS2.
The only time that I've seen worse is 7 Samurai 20XX, because game you just shouldn't play.
This is the worst it's ever been. Bob, the obscure action game player, crawls up out of the sewer and he's like, you ever play 7 Samurai 20XX? I'm putting it in your PS2 now.
I need to boot it and see if it was actually the game or the copy I had, but I remember Legaia 2 on PS2, it taking like 45 fucking seconds to load a battle.
Whoa.
I am pretty sure that there was something wrong with the disc I had, because I just rented it, I didn't buy it.
Interesting thing, if I remember correctly, that isn't published in the States by Sony. That is a Sony game, for people who don't know. There's an entire possibility that the US version is uniquely fucked up because the people who brought it over didn't give a shit.
Oh no, it's published by Fresh Games.
Yep.
Oh, that's IDOS.
I didn't even know like fucking Legend of Legaia 2 existed until much later after it came out, and then my friend went, "Oh, it's terrible," and I got so sad. Legaia 1's great.
Someday I'll have to check that myself. I can't believe what other people say about an RPG.
Same. Anyway.
But yeah, the Stuntman also does not do a good job of introducing anything. Like,
no, it doesn't.
It just starts you in the game. The director's yelling at you what to do next. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh yeah, hit the first thing it wants to do is hit the E-brake and do a sharp turn. It's like, you haven't even told me what the E-brake button is yet.
Yeah, no.
And then, of course, you just fail the thing immediately, have to reload the level.
Yeah, it's literally the same shit as the intro to the original Driver.
Yeah, but at least that was like had the context of trying to learn all of the different things, although it didn't tell you how to do those either. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm a kid and I don't know how the fuck to do any of the shit it's asking. It didn't tell me the controls.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild.
Yeah, I don't know why they are so bad at introducing a video game. Like, their driving feels really good. These like Noel just mentioned, it's made by people who did Driver.
Mm-hmm.
And those games feel good to play. It's unfortunate they don't seem to be able to structure a game to introduce itself at all.
Interestingly enough, the sequel that was for the PS3 and also on PS2, that isn't made by Reflections.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's published by THQ. It's Paradigm Entertainment.
Is that Stuntman Ignition?
Yes.
Man, I wonder if it's any good or if it even feels the same.
Yeah, I have no idea. I've never seen any footage of it, and I've never heard anyone talk about it. I feel like we should check out both of these games on a stream at some point.
Probably.
Maybe not commit to the idea of beating.
Yeah, because their games can get very hard.
And the load times are going to kill us.
Because the only way we can do it is even playing on a real system.
Uh-huh. Did it have retro achievements, bizarrely enough?
No, it did not.
Okay, that's good. That's good. They didn't go, hey, here's some retro achievements. This shit don't even work.
But yeah, that game's really neat. I'm definitely excited for the new one. I hope it's all the same.
Yeah, as long as it has a good car feel, I'm definitely interested in the new one. That conceit is really interesting and cool. The notion of turning the job of a stuntman, which much like choreography in action scenes and stuff, it's a ballet, it's a dance. You're doing things on marks and you're making it in places in times. Turning that into a video game is fucking brilliant. And in a world where this game had a good structure or a story or any number of things it should have had, I feel like it could have done really good. Oh, it wasn't the hardest fucking thing in the world and had shit load times. It would have done great.
Uh-huh. I also, at that arcade, played Area 51.
One second. I have to... Chat is saying the people who made Stuntman Ignition, and I'm checking this right now to make sure. Holy shit, they're the fucking developers of Pilot Wing 64 and that Beetle Adventure racing game.
What? All right.
Fuck it, color me interested. Anyways, you were talking about Area 51?
Yeah, Area 51.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time I played all the way through it, because every time I tried to before, I ran out of quarters.
Yeah, that's fair.
That game can be very unforgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Once in a while, a guy shows up with a barrel, and he has the most HP you've ever seen.
It's true. That game was the game that taught me the tech of hold the gun with your left hand, take your right hand with 2 fingers, stick it in the trigger section, and then just with both hands doing the movement to mass unload bullets.
Right, but even that, you have to keep reloading. Like, he takes multiple whole
of
clips.
Course. Yeah.
He's ludicrous.
I got a lot of practice at Area 51 because I used to help my parents deliver luggage that was delayed on flights. So I spent a lot of time at the airport, and the airport had a problem where quarters kept getting stuck in the machine, and people, weirdly enough, just didn't give a shit. They just fucking left an unbelievable quantity of quarters just to be jammed in there. And I'm a kid, and I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna make this come out. So I'd get a paper clip and just like shove it in the slot and stuff.
Yeah.
So I got plenty of free plays like that. I actually beat it again at MagFest because MagFest had that arcade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was playing with Tosh.
What else? It was
You let the UFO get away at the end.
I did. I thought I blew up everything on the UFO, but I did not.
No.
It had one more thing, I guess, hiding somewhere because it doesn't like flash the parts that are vulnerable. You're just kind of guessing, shooting everywhere on it.
Little bit, yeah. How much do you like the ending just being some screens of text with images?
Yeah, that's really funny. After the whole game was the full motion video stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like, it's just a screen of text saying, oh yeah, there's an alien threat. It's really dangerous for the world, but it might be okay, I guess. I don't know.
It's okay. The funny thing is that, that does still put it one step above Air Guys because they had pictures of things next to the text.
I think it's really funny. The enemy's ultimate technique is standing close to the side of the screen, so sometimes they'll reload your gun instead of hitting them.
Yeah, I hate when I end up on a fucking Area 51 machine where the reload crop is way too far in.
Yeah, no, it definitely felt like that. It's like, yep, he got away with it because of this.
You fuck.
But yeah, also, unfortunately, it wasn't. Area 51 needs to be pumped up to the max volume and everyone in the arcade needs to hear it. I couldn't really hear it very well, even in front of it. So I was a little sad I didn't get to hear "Stay Low"
Come on,
and all the classic voice lines.
Stay low.
Iconic.
The same machine also had Maximum Force, which I didn't know was made by the same people, but I guess was.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't really played much of that one before. It is hilarious that the civilians that get in the way are even more goofy in that. It was just like, oh, the sexy lady in a sailor outfit's just gonna pop out of a random doorway and peek her head out and look around.
I don't think we talked about it on Big Think, but the lady officer at Area 51 got hired because she was a friend who was a model. She was a model who was a friend of the bodybuilder they get for the main guy. The come on, stay low, buff dude's like, oh yeah, I know this hot model. We'll get her in here. And that's how she got that job.
That's great.
Yeah, so, honestly, a lot of charm.
So, Bob, are you going to check out the PS2 reboot of Area 51?
I feel like I'm doomed to play that at some point.
I don't know. What do we call that month? I regret ever knowing you.
Let me shit talk Target Terror for a second since it's a light gun game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, fuck that game.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the very, very end, you're on a plane and the very last guy pops up with a hostage and a detonator, and you have to know to shoot the detonator or it's a hard game over, no continuing. It is literally the last thing in that game.
Jesus.
Damn.
Also, fuck you, CC's Pizza, for having Target Terror.
The latest in a long litany of sins.
I don't know. CC's is a pretty great place for me to go and eat 23 slices of pizza while all of my friends and loved ones are trapped with me eating 23 slices.
Yeah, no, it's fucking amazing. That doesn't make it not a sin.
Yeah, ours got replaced with a Jimmy John, so we don't have one anymore.
Spiff, why are you posting the stare emote in chat? I don't understand.
Too bad they closed at like 10. We can't just go there after Big Thing.
Dang.
Oh yeah, one more thing about Area 51. Those barrel dudes, I was like, okay, I know how to deal with this. I'll save up the grenades because the grenades are a screen wipe.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't work.
They're too strong.
He took 2 grenades, and I still had to shoot him a bunch.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Can't you at least look cool? You just look like everyone else, but you have a barrel.
He's empowered by the barrel. The barrel is so strong.
It's just so strong.
Mm-hmm.
And that is everything I played other than the 2 other big things, the Onimusha demo and the Mina the Hollower.
Okay.
Oh, and of course, GoldenEye. Not GoldenEye. 007 First Light.
It's like, Bob played GoldenEye because we play Bond? This doesn't even seem like proper research. It just seems like Bob got ADHD and went, I want to play GoldenEye.
Sorry, it's Bond video game. It's probably called GoldenEye.
Statistically untrue, I might note. Statistically untrue. Oh, man, what do we lead with? Let's talk about the Onimusha demo first.
Sure.
What is the subtitle of the new one?
Way of the Sword?
Way of the Sword.
Okay.
This seemed really cool. I was a little worried that it'd have some of this control stiffness of the newer Resident Evils, that they might go for that style, but no, you can just... Everything feels super responsive. He turns on a dime. It has a ton of different parrying mechanics, just a bunch of different ways to interact like that. Weirdly has 2 different control schemes.
Yeah, that was fascinating.
I tried both because it starts you on the offensive one, and I don't really like that one as much as the defensive one, which they say is more for people who are new to action games, which I find strange because that's the main difference in that one is they move the parry / block button to L1, which is where it's on
it should be
most video games.
Yeah.
And including Onimusha.
Mm-hmm. So it's very strange.
Yeah,
also,
it changes we put all your action buttons on the face buttons. Like, why would I want block on a face button?
Right. And it also changes the way that certain parries work, because there's a kind of parry where you hit the parry button and then towards the enemy, and that's how it works on offensive mode. But in defensive mode, it's just L1 plus the parry button. So it's a lot easier to do than trying to hit the direction at the same time, I think. It's strange.
Yeah, no, like reading them over, I'm like, okay, this is... The defensive one is the correct one. It looks like the one on the left is whatever sicko was in charge of programming the action, and then everyone told him he was wrong, but he insisted this was the perfect way to do it, so we still had to put it in the game.
Yeah, it did have that feeling.
So I think it's really funny that the lizard assholes that roll at you are in this game. Although they're not lizards now, they're zombies with weird shit strapped to them, which is not how they came off in any other game.
Oh, I didn't look at them that closely. I saw that they were a weird mangled other pile of stuff, but I thought they still had some lizard parts.
Maybe they did, but it looked a lot more like they had like a big a spine strapped to them.
Huh.
Yeah,
but I think it's funny that they're exactly as easy to ESIN as in every other game. But they gave them an additional move to make them even a little harder. Where now they can spin at you like a top.
Yeah. I don't even... In this game, I haven't dug that much into doing the ESINs. I've just been doing the regular parries because it's fun to watch them when you do the perfect parry, them fly off in a random direction, get stuck in a wall.
Yeah, I'm not super good at just the hitting the button ESINs. I usually do the perfect parry kind.
And they did a lot of stuff where it's like mechanically after doing the block, they will, like, even the regular enemies will get knocked aside and sometimes run into each other, and then they're both staggered. And I saw that if you have 2 enemies staggered at once, and maybe more than 2 as well, yeah, when you do a finishing move on one, he'll just automatically do the second one. You could do like a chain.
Yeah, that was really cool.
You could do them when they're really far apart too, which is goofy.
Yeah, he'll just do the like a sword like dash. It's really good.
I think making the Oni weapons like you build a meter by doing attacks and then use them is a smart idea. Because that way you can keep the main character having his sword, because let's be real, switching your weapons in those previous games barely mattered.
Yeah, no, it's true.
So now you just have the magic in separate things, and then you can and then you just have the sword, which is cooler. Boy, I hope Sasaki Kojiro has more game in the actual game, or his ass is going into biggest jobber.
Yeah, no, I assume this whole demo is built like tuned super easy.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, I'm kind of meathead face rolling this. Is this what these games are like?
Yes. Totally.
A little bit, honestly.
Onimusha games are not that hard.
Yeah, they're not hard, and I wouldn't be shocked if they're just like, we wanted to make a cool action game. We don't care about it being hard.
It was a little bit strange for me. Like I've never played the older Onimusha games, so I load this one up. I'm like, oh, we are right over the shoulder. It's God of War time, and then I start going through the levels. I'm like, this is feeling a little early Souls like. Why is no one stepping on my nuts yet?
They said in marketing many times, like, it's not a Souls game. It's not a Souls game.
That will need to be said, because it sure looks like one.
It sure
The
does.
funniest part of the game to me is you go through the area and you find a couple of Dark Souls shortcut doors that even say the same thing when you inspect them. Like, doesn't open from this side. Except they're not shortcut doors. You just have to go through them at some point when the other route is blocked, and then a big guy bursts through them.
Yeah, I definitely think it's going to land more on linear action levels, maybe more like closer to RE4, where some of the stuff loops back, but not all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that you'll probably use the souls to like maybe level stats, but I bet it's more like moves. Probably both, like a Devil May Cry.
Yeah, they're probably.
And they have like checkpoint. They have the exact same checkpoints in the level, but it really seems like I didn't die. I don't know anybody who died in this. But I bet they just load your checkpoint, like it's not Soulsian where you keep any resources. It's just like you died, go back.
Yeah, in the demo at least they didn't have any systems like that, because I let myself die a few times just trying to get timings down. But yeah, it's just checkpoints you rate before the last fight where you died.
Oh, okay. I thought it would send you back to the mirror at least, but I guess that they wanted it
might in the
be
full
a little
game.
bit easier.
Again, for people who don't know, this demo was first made for like PAX and stuff. Like, this is a trade show demo, so it's even easier than you might expect from a at-home demo.
Yeah, because a lot of demos now, it feels like they are intentionally like tuned hard, just to give people something to chew on. Like, I've definitely
and this very much isn't.
Games. This is very much.
That's how all the Team Ninja ones are.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Exactly.
Like the first Neo demo was a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
The optional boss in that was a fucking freak show. And then in the main game, it wasn't nearly as hard because they're like, we should probably make it so anybody can beat this.
Right.
That's a thought.
The animation work in this game looks incredible. Like, just all the little details for him putting the swords and all the little tells the enemies have are really nice. You can do special parries, like I think it's a circle button or something else instead of a regular parry for when they kick you, or use a melee move like that.
The unarmed and the grab, they have specific counter dodges.
Mm-hmm. And all of those, like they'll do like a thing where they shake their foot first or something, and it all feels very well telegraphed. In a game where it's like 100% about doing this defensive action, that's super important.
Yeah.
I also find it funny he has a kind of Devil May Cry thing where if you run at a ledge, he can do a super jump off of it almost.
Oh.
You know, I wonder how much of that's like the newest trailer they put out during the state of play shows a little bit more interacting with the environment in that way. Like, it shows a wall run and stuff. So I was like, how much are we going to dive into him having platform mechanics?
I think I'm very happy that this game is continuing PS2 voice acting.
Oh yeah, you think?
I think that's where it's coming in at.
It is a little bit more British than I expected, but yeah, other than that, I can
It's weird. It's
I was
weird.
Like, I didn't expect him to be so British.
Yeah, every time they do British for old timey anywhere else, it's always just strange to me.
They spoke the Queen's English in Japan back then.
I also find it really neat that they take that concept we see in so many like low budget games of oh yeah, this thing, like this power lets you see images of the past and they project as holograms in the environment almost. But instead of that being a sort of really cheap, low budget thing of you walk around a still like 3D model they've made while they talk to you, it's just that's something that happens in a cutscene.
That is really good.
Yeah, it sends you to hell.
Yes.
I think it's a very interesting choice to make the Ginma soldiers like sentient things.
Yeah, I loved hearing them just talk to each other.
They are very much not in
in that
previous games.
I honestly thought that was very funny as you're just coming up on a group of two of them and they're talking and I'm like, oh, they're going to be like, I heard the samurai's back in town.
I think it's funny. It's like, man, you got to stay the fuck away from that guy. He eats anybody.
That guy's a little unwell. They're calling him Samurai Altman. Dude's a fucking psychopath. Stay away.
Jesus. There's also a lot of environmental interaction stuff. Like you can pick up tatami mats on the ground and like use them to guard enemies and then kick them, and like it devastates them when they're kicked with that.
Yeah. I was like, how do I put this down? Kicked it in the wrong direction. Oh no, I want to go back. I want the timeline where I received that joy. That looks so good. But then later I got to ram 3 guys from behind with a wheelbarrow and the universe was made right again.
It's so funny that just kills them. It's like, wow.
It does. It's so good. Like, this is a game in which you are Musashi Miyamoto with a demon gauntlet and you're here to clown on these fuckers.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if they'll be able to glaze Musashi Miyamoto as much as Baki does, though. I don't think they'll be able to achieve that.
He has this thing he says sometimes when you Eason an enemy, where he just yells, "We're done here," and it in my brain it sounds exactly like that's enough.
Yeah.
God. I'm glad I haven't connected those dots. Jesus.
You will now.
May I play the game in Japanese?
I mean, I'm like, oh, this dub's not bad. Why is she British?
Yeah, no, that is definitely a deterrent. Something I've always said with games that are super parry focused is that you need if you achieve the parry, they need to be devastated. And I think this game really delivers on that, where you just slice them in half most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks really cool.
I love how whether or not they're dismembered is an option in the menu.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, it's like, oh, we have to do it like this for some territories. Do you want that?
It's in the game already.
Like, we made it. Do you want it? I mean, these guys look like Power Rangers basic enemies, so slicing them up with a katana is really fucking cathartic.
The sword aura you get is also incredibly cool looking. It's like, yeah, you get like, I think it's certain kinds of parries that charge up that other meter, and then it has the cool glow. But yeah, this game's really cool. It too bad it comes out in September, along with every other game known to man.
Every other game. You bastards.
That shit's
not
so
every
funny.
other game. One game clearly found out everything was on top of it and went, "We're delayed."
Oh.
Yeah, one game literally delayed the second that presentation was over.
Oh.
Smart, frankly.
But that's all I had to say about the Onimusha demo. Did anyone else
Chris
have
Agra.
anything to add?
Anything else to add?
Not especially. Like it's
Nope.
Like one thing I do want to clarify for myself is how similar is this to the older Onimusha games?
In aesthetics, in general style, it's pretty similar, but in the actual gameplay, it's very not much not like
Yeah.
the combat's not the same at all.
Like I spent a long time going like, guys, I've seen this kind of game before. Pull the camera back.
Yeah, I should check the menu for camera options to see if they had anything, because sometimes they do let you pull it back in this sort of thing where it's like, oh yeah, we went for something more. We made the game more like an old game, but we wanted to use the God of War camera. And part of me is like, yeah, no, I'm fine with Onimusha's combat being reworked heavily, because I don't think it ever was especially deep a game. It's mainly the main cool parts are the East End where you do the instant counters and kill dudes, and this still has that in spades.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I do always like when an action game is tuned to where you can just attack spam your way through it if you do that well enough.
That's sure Onimusha.
If you engage with the mechanics, it looks so much fucking cooler.
Right? It's like, yeah, you got this like 3 or 4 hit combo, but really, you want to be slicing these dudes in 2, right?
I do, actually, yes. Okay. This is hard. Let's move on to Mina. We'll talk about Mina next. Bob and Chris, you played it. Aggro, did you?
I did not.
Okay. Chris, you beat the game, right?
Yes, I did.
Bob, how deep into the game are you?
I believe I'm like 1 dungeon away from finishing it or so, maybe 2 dungeons, because...
Oh, okay. To close out a loop from last week, Bob changed his code to the Switch so he could get it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I changed my code to PC.
Yeah, no, they just instantly sent it to me when I changed who I wanted the platform on. It was like, I was kind of caught between Switch 2 and PS5 anyway, so that was fine. I'm surprised it worked that well.
Yeah, that's nice of them to have figured that out. Also, people who saw my Blue Sky post, my friend who was not contacted for fucking, I think it was 4 years, their NPC is in the game. So that
Okay. That's good.
They were supposed to contact Closer to launch to let them know where their NPC was. I don't know that they ever did that, but my friend did confirm their NPC is in the game. So
that's good.
As far as I know, none of the backers have been screwed on Mina the Hollower, and that's good. Anyway, closing up those 2 loose ends. Hey, Bob. How's Mina the Hollower going?
Mina the Hollower is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. It definitely has a bunch of soul stuff in it. The graphics and music are incredible. Like, those are 10 out of 10, knocked it out of the park.
Oh, nice.
Because, it's got like the vert on the soundtrack.
Oh, okay.
Every song's good. Every song's really good. I
feel like we're talking around something.
Yes.
What's up?
The gameplay.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to think how to start this. It's got a structure kind of like a Zelda game where it's just like, okay, here's your open area, but it is very non-linear, kind of more in the Souls direction of like, you can kind of approach any dungeon you want in any order, but they are massively different difficulty levels, so it's best if you try and find something that won't kill you instantly.
Yeah, they kind of give you, there's like a newspaper you can read to read the one that they think you should be going to at this time.
I think my main problem with it is the main mechanic is jumping and then going and hitting the ground, and then you move faster when you burrow under the ground.
Okay. Yeah.
And you pop out. They have designed a game where it makes it feel like I'm playing Bloodborne, but I don't have a dodge button. Because it takes so long to do this jump and then hit the ground, and then you're moving quick, that you need to have like full knowledge of what's going to happen well before it does.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's kind of my, like, the basic mechanic of your game feels kind of bad because of that. And that kind of taints the entire game's experience. Like, I could deal so much better with all the different things they ask of you if this one thing wasn't so glaring.
I don't know. The recovery system is also real bad.
Oh yeah, the recovery system is also really bad because they took the Bloodborne system of your health potions. They don't heal you unless you hit the enemy first.
Which, for the record, Bloodborne does not do. The rally mechanic in Bloodborne is an additional thing you can use to regain life that you just lost. Mm-hmm. It is not a thing you have to do to make... What it feels like to me is, this game got delayed like 6 months.
Yeah.
We heard rumors that it maybe went in development hell a little bit.
Yes.
It feels like they playtested. It feels like they play tested it, and everybody fucking hated it, and they were like, "Well, let's give every annoying mechanic a way to turn it off with one of our accessories." Because there's accessories that make the healing a normal healing system. There's an accessory that makes the burrowing better. There's an accessory that turns off, like, every area in the game that has some kind of gimmick. There's probably an accessory that turns that gimmick off.
Yeah,
and this isn't like the cheater menu, the cheat menu that they have. This is a thing in the game that you can find.
Mm-hmm. Right, and that's what I was actually going to lead into. It feels like I'm having to equip 5 different trinkets to make the game play the way I want it to play.
Yes.
So like instead of like a cool system that lets me like enhance myself, it's like, no, I'm getting upgrades I need to have equipped or else the game feels bad.
Like, this game has out of the box, your healing animation is so unbelievably long.
Yeah, no, it's longer than like a Souls game, and those are fully 3D, and you have a lot of space you can get between you and an enemy. This is a 2D game that's trying to be a Game Boy Color game, so you don't have that much room on the screen to actually get away from an enemy.
I would say it's even deceptively long, because the animation is she pulls out her bag, she opens her bag, she pulls out a vial from the bag and drinks it. But her drinking it has not actually healed her yet. If you're hit after she drinks it, you will still lose that heal and lose the vial. You have to wait until the heal sparkle pops up, swirls around her, and goes into her, and then you are healed. Unless you have the item which says makes it twice as fast, but it feels like it just makes it 4 times as fast. It's basically instantaneous if you have that accessory on.
Right, I'm pretty sure the wording on it is just it makes it faster, and it makes it a lot faster. You know what? I'm gonna bring up. I have my Switch here. I can bring up all the stuff I have equipped right now.
Yeah, can you just like face your Switch at the camera so that way I'll be playing Pac-Mania in the top center and you can play me in the lower left.
And that's kind of how a lot of the customization in the game feels like. Are you fucking annoyed at how where the game deposits you when you fall in a pit has no rhyme or reason whatsoever?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's an accessory to negate that.
Wait, really?
What?
I didn't find that one.
Yeah, it's called the Pit Preserver, and it like bounces you out of the pit and lets you try again, and also makes you take less damage from pits.
Oh, okay, that one. Yeah. Yeah, no, it drives me crazy because Chris isn't exaggerating. Yeah. Every time you fall in a pit, you have no idea. It's taken me to a different screen before.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not like a Zelda game where the last stable ground you're on is where you end up. It's like, will you go back to the beginning of this room? Will it be halfway through the room? Will it be immediately next to the pit? Or will it be the previous screen that they decided for some reason?
Yeah, so they decided this is the jumping challenge. You will go back to the beginning of the jumping challenge.
Sometimes, other times it just seems completely random. Like there isn't even a tough platforming thing. It's just, you went over those platforms too quickly. I don't know.
I see. You know,
I kind of wish it had more Zelda in it and less Souls.
Mm-hmm. It is like this. it being sold to us back when the Kickstarter was running, I feel as, oh, we're doing a Zelda with Castlevania. And here it is. No, you're doing a Souls game that looks like Zelda and has nothing else in it.
Yeah, that's kind of how it feels.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try it whenever Bob's done, so I can borrow his virtual copy because I have other games I need to play for the now anyway. Like Pac-Mania here.
I still like parts of it. Like I said, it's incredible graphics and stuff. It's not a terrible game or anything. There are these things that you think would get tested out, and like, I'm just gonna go through the stuff I have equipped basically at all times because it makes the game feel the way I want it to. And I shouldn't have to do that. There should be upgrades. Like, you don't get an upgrade in this game that truly affect your character's like movement or anything.
Yeah, there's like the Zelda 2 leveling system, but I'm not convinced it does anything.
How do you mean?
The damage differences don't seem that big, but I think they do exist. There is a training dummy area you can go to and see the damage values. But it might do a thing where it tricks you and like increases the power of the world too, like Skyrim.
Yeah, because it's like you have defense, offense, and your sidearms, your sub-weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got all of those to 4, I'm like, I don't feel like I'm doing enough damage. Let me just pump everything into attack.
Yeah.
And it feels like that didn't do anything. I feel like the big blue knight guys in the first area went from taking 5 to 7 hit, going from 4 to 9 in my attack level, went from like 6 to 7 hits to 5 to 6. And it's like, that's not enough. No. It feels like they were just really attached to the cutesy idea of saying bone up when you level up and wanted that to be in the game no matter what. Maybe somebody number crunched it and they punish you egregiously if you don't upgrade things, like you fall behind. Like the leveling system just keeps you at par instead of like actually boosting you.
Mm-hmm.
But so I don't know. I didn't level defense for a long time, and it didn't seem like I was taking more damage.
That's disappointing because I tried to level up defense and offense pretty equally, but it didn't feel like it was doing much. I even dropped sub weapons because sub weapons in this game. You find them in candles like Castlevania. This is the Castlevania thing. But like, that means before you get any upgrades, if you die, they're just gone. You have to go back to a candle that has that item. So good luck with that. But eventually you get an upgrade for your base that lets you store an extra one there, and you get to keep it when you die.
Yeah, you can keep it when you die.
But yeah, they're just annoying to go and have to go seek out and then be like, oh, well, for this situation, I want this. In this situation, I want this one. And there is a dodge button there, but then it's on a super limited resource.
You're saying there's a sub-weapon that's a dodge button?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's like you do like a phantom dash and you're incorporeal, and also if you dash through enemies, you regain a little bit of health.
That's very strange to be a sub-weapon.
Did you find the raft?
I got the thing that's like a raft in Zelda, the spider.
No, there's so when you get to the shifting sands area, one of the NPCs is like, there's a raft to the to the west of here. Real quick aside, Bob, am I stupid, or do they never like just straightforwardly tell you can burrow in water?
I don't think they ever tell you. I just did it on accident and then figured out what I need to do.
So when I had to go to the swamp, I was like, oh fuck, how do I progress? I guess I need that raft. The raft is a sub-weapon. And when you pick it up, it goes, oh, from now on, it will spawn in the world.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it's like, why didn't you should have just had all these sub-weapons been items, because a couple of them are movement things that you need to get new items.
Okay.
Yeah, so sometimes it'll be like, oh, I need the thing that lets me do an air dash for this. Where was that in the world?
I need the bike that lets me jump a really extended distance.
This is really bizarre sounding from your description.
It's a very weirdly weird creature of a game. Like you can kind of you can feel the development hell a little bit, like not in a content not being there in a way, but maybe like we had issues with what people thought of the game and didn't know how to really fix it without obliterating what we made.
Yeah, listening to Jeff Gersman talk about this game, it did seem to completely reflect what you're saying and also how that feels as a player. So,
like, it's not hard. It just feels like it's constantly sandbagging you. Like, I think I died like 3 times. And it was never like...
Oh?
Yeah, I mostly avoided dying.
I don't think this is the game that I alone, not streaming or anything, have the most audibly said, "Are you serious?"
Yes, it has a lot of "Are you serious?" It really feels like you have to be prepared for them to FromSoft trick you at all times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so many times you'll be like, "Oh, I went down here. Oh, that means I die instantly. Cool."
Which isn't what they really sold us.
No.
And I think the spark system sucks, and here's why. So you have this thing at the start of the game called a spark. You have 1. Basically what this means is when you die, you lose 1 spark, and if you die while you have no spark, you lose all your bones. So it's like Dark Souls. Mm-hmm. And you can get more of them. So I went into this challenge area and there are doors that require you to have a certain amount of sparks to open. So there's a door that I think you can only get 4 total, and there doesn't seem to be any way to recover them other than going and physically retrieving them. And if an enemy kills you, it goes inside the enemy. Mm-hmm. So I go to this challenge area that's behind a 4 spark door, and I die. I can no longer get back through that door to even attempt it again.
What?
Yeah.
Oof.
Luckily, when you beat a boss, you get all your stuff back, I think. I got it back some way without zeroing out and losing bones, which doesn't really matter. If like things got that desperate, I'd just leave and grind until I could do something with them.
Yeah, like exactly. You can just stock them up by leveling up, or you can spend them on something, and then you're not really losing much.
And a thing that I think is worth pointing out that a lot of these accessories me and Bob are talking about are sold for very cheap immediately. So it really has this vibe of, yeah, we know.
Mm-hmm.
But if we changed it too much, the game would fall apart at the seams.
Right.
At least it like backloads the really cool stuff, so that's good. It leaves you with anything resembling a good feeling.
Which weapon do you end up using?
I used the whip the whole way through because I wanted to have range.
Wow. I am genuinely surprised. I was going to say the whip seems like it's literally the worst weapon in every way imaginable. It took it till the first upgrade for it to be even slightly okay to me.
Why?
Maybe I picked the wrong one, but like I tried the others and I'm like, I have so little range. This doesn't feel good.
Like the hammer.
Uh-huh.
It takes only a tiny bit longer to do the attack than the whip, but it does, I think, 3 times as much damage. It has a bigger hit range.
Oh, it has a bit. Okay, I was thinking the whip's advantage would
maybe
be length.
Maybe I just completely made the wrong choice.
Yeah,
Who
the
can
whip.
say?
It feels so weak. Like it felt like it did almost no damage, and it took forever to do multiple hits, and it hits 2 lines in front of you. The hammer hits 2 lines in front of you, and also 2 lines to the side of you.
I am seeing a lot of people in chat who love hammer.
It is so much better. And then for a lot of the game,
I'm a sucker for the vampire killer, so I'm like, yeah, give me the whip.
Right. No, I picked it first too because I was sold on this being Castlevania-like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
it
visually it is.
If you strip, I think in design in a lot of ways too, if you just ripped all the Soulsian shit out of it, like a lot of the screens feel very much like what a classic Vania challenge would ask of you, but it's like, bro, you made a Metroidvania.
Mm-hmm.
Like it seems like it has that thing that a lot of newer Metroidvanias have, where it's like, yeah, every room is some obnoxious platforming challenge, so we'll just let you go through that and give you a shortcut sometimes to skip them if you're coming back to find something. Which, by the way, this game really needs a map.
Yeah.
that thing you get that is an overview of the game world and you can then eventually upgrade again to see a checklist of how many items are left in it is not a map.
That's another thing that makes it feel Soulsian, though, of like, no, you can't look.
Yeah,
at where
they're
you
really
are.
proud of it not having a map. I think they boasted about that in the trailers.
Really?
Yeah, it's like you should have had a map. Like, and that's another thing where they give you this concession that feels like, well, we don't want to give them a map. We decided that was cringe. So we'll give you a thing on the UI that tells you if there's a collectible item on this screen or in an adjacent one.
Mm-hmm.
Except, guys, you don't need to make it trigger for shops. That is really confusing. But yeah, it also feels a little bit like how Quake, they spent forever making Quake without really making any progress, and they went, fuck it, make Doom again. Like, it feels like they did that, but with Shovel Knight, because the bones are very similar to the jewels. You lose them if you die too much. It has like the floating bubbles of jewels, like Shovel Knight had, which feels really out of place, honestly. They have the squares you hit and then they pop out and give you more area.
Right. I feel like they did that to emphasize, hey, you're playing a game like Zelda, but there is jumping. You need to jump.
Yeah, I feel like you'd figure it out with the 900 flying enemies that never stop bothering you.
Yeah.
What I was going to say a while ago, and then it was one tangent after another. I'm going to borrow this game from Bob whenever he's done with it. But honestly, the number one thing that concerns me out of this is how many people seem to agree that it is taking a lot of influences from Dark Souls or Souls-likes in general. And I have not played one of those games that I have enjoyed.
Yeah,
that is concerning.
I definitely think that's going to be a sticking point for you specifically.
Yeah. Obviously not a sticking point for most humans on Earth.
I'm glad it sold. I'm glad it has sold through the requisite amount of copies to make Yacht Club safe.
Right.
And considering this went into development hell, seems like they aren't very happy with how development went either. So I'm not too worried about this being like the future of Yacht Club, and we're gonna get 3D Shovel Knight, and it will somehow be Banjo-Tooie.
That would be fucking funny.
There's some good jokes in this. I'll give them that. There's some genuinely dark gags that made me laugh pretty hard.
Yeah, no, they're good. They're good at writing. I want to talk about some of the other weapons, unless someone else wanted to jump in.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's also a shield, which I rolled with for quite a while because, as I mentioned earlier, this game doesn't have defensive options really. So the shield, you can do a perfect parry and then you don't take damage. Mm-hmm. And you do like a counter attack and does a decent bit of damage. But the problem with it, you don't know what can and cannot be perfect parried. So way too often I'm taking a ton of damage because like, well, I blocked it, but the game was like, nah, that wasn't one of them you can actually block. You took damage and you got knocked back. I was like, then you're not really doing your job. Here is the blocking weapon. If I need to memorize every move and you have no distinct like different
you need to have
visual.
like a color coding like Cuphead or something in that scenario.
And you can even do that like the parry to them like physically touching you. And sometimes that doesn't work and sometimes they just hurt you instead. I'm like, this is really annoying. Then there's the gun wand, which is the most versatile thing in the game. Like she swings it like Link swings his sword, and then you can switch modes on it and use or shoot, and like it charges up how many shots you have based on how many times you've attacked an enemy, and that is pretty useful. The only annoyance I have with that is they are like, oh, to switch the modes you hit ZR, which is fine. But also, you can also hit the jump button and the shoot button at the same time. And I'm like, those two buttons are right next to each other. I frequently hit them together on accident. I don't want to be switching gun modes when I'm just trying to jump and then shoot. But yeah, I just cycled through all these different weapons and ended up just basically sticking on the hammer most of the game though, because it's so much more powerful. Like it seems unreasonable. Even if I get a perfect parry with the shield and have the upgrade thing, so it does more damage, it doesn't do as much damage as the hammer. Which is goofy.
Yeah, I might have to go in and
run
around and see how the hammer feels. Because if I did a lot more damage, maybe I'd be a little bit higher on this game.
Right. Doing a lot more damage does help with that.
And also, if I knew... I feel like this is very Soulsian, where like you're expected to play it multiple times, and like you can have the perfect loadout of accessories for each area. But it's like, bro, you made a game that's 20 hours long. Like, I guess I get Souls games are much longer, but like, I don't know.
One of my main problems with that is they don't let you set up like a loadout of these accessories.
Yeah,
so you just have to cycle through this 50 plus list and search for the accessory you want.
Yeah, they really should have had kits. I'm of the opinion that they at least let me pay to just pick whatever sub weapon I have on. Why on earth can I not do that?
I don't know.
Like, let me get an upgrade for the base and I can just do it, even if it costs money to do so.
Like in sub weapons in Symphony of the Night, that you literally find in the castle a room that just has all of them. Because they know late game you can do that.
There's one of those bubbles in the town.
Yeah, but it feels like the bubble doesn't cycle through everything.
Maybe it does not cycle through everything, but there is one that cycles through everything if you make that jump to the right of the mansion that has the skull lady on the screen. That really huge jump. If you make that, you can get one.
Huh. Yeah, I might not have done that.
Yeah, you need the bike and the accessory that lets you float by holding the jump button.
Yeah, two of the accessories I always have that, because there's so much platforming in this game, so much. If I didn't have this, I would need to get items for certain challenges or sub weapons, and that's just not feasible to leave a dungeon and go get a sub weapon. So I always have this, and then I always have the what's it called, the tunneling codex, which lets you, when you jump out of the ground, you can jump back in the ground and keep going like that.
Oh, okay.
And that's just how the game should play.
Yeah, that's really weird.
So does that mean you can swim forever?
Yes.
Wow, that breaks a lot of areas.
Yeah, no, that should have been either in the game by default or an upgrade you get. There's so many of these items should have been full upgrades.
It really, like, that's part of the thing where all the Souls things confuses me. Like, a big part of a Souls game is character progression.
Mm-hmm. And
the only character progression in this is, like, you can upgrade a weapon twice. It has 2 upgrades you can find. Or you can use this leveling system that I'm still not sure does anything.
And then something I had to, that's from super late in the game, I guess, but they have a shop where you can buy stuff from later in the game early. And
yes.
Then you have it has a whole mechanic they don't explain before you buy something that, oh yeah, you can buy it and then it shows up after you beat another dungeon.
Yeah, I really wish they would have made it clear that was going to happen before I spent 7,000 bones there.
Yeah, no, I was pretty upset because I was like, I just beat a dungeon, came back here. If I knew that, I would have done this before I beat the dungeon. But it's called the dodging pendulum, and that makes it so if you time a jump, you do like a perfect dodge, and like the time slows down, you can maneuver around the enemy, and it actually gives you a defensive mechanic you can use pretty like easily. Another thing that maybe should have just been in the game. Like, there are certain attacks you can jump over in the game, but often doing that, you'll just fall right back down and on the enemy and take damage. So it's just frustrating. It's like so much of the game feels like they know, like Chris was saying, they know these are problems, but they don't want to actually change the game. They just want to give you a bunch of different things you can equip to fix the game.
Yeah, it feels like they wanted this game to be hard, and if they made a lot of these things default, or even like an upgrade you get permanently with no opportunity cost, like it would just make the game unbelievably easy.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a accessory so where you don't lose plasma when you get hit, because plasma is like the health you will recover when you use a healing item, and normally you use it if you get hit. Which,
it goes away fast, which is really annoying.
But that makes it so you don't lose it.
Right.
And that plus the healing fast one, and somebody I know got also found an accessory that just makes you deal more damage and get faster when you get hit.
Mm-hmm.
With even the first two, you can just not give a shit about the bosses, because you can just heal through them.
Right. Like they give you a lot of health items, yeah.
Yeah, and
so if you can actually use them.
that's part of why it feels so restrictive, I think, because it's like, well, if it wasn't restrictive, you wouldn't have to care about boss fights at all. You could just mash through them and heal whenever you were low.
Yeah, whereas currently in the normal systems in the game, the boss will probably hit you a few times since you've hit him. So that means your health potion won't do anything.
Yeah. Like irritating is the best word for it, and that's what I saw a couple games media people on Blue Sky talking about. It's like, yeah, it seems like people argue about or people discuss punishing versus difficulty. It seems like Mina found a third one annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of what I thought about while playing this was playing Silksong and how that has a bunch of Souls-like stuff. But the main thing is the basic mechanics of that game feel great. If you get hit, it is your fault.
Mina does not feel slick enough to control, honestly. Like, I would say Pipistrello controls better.
Yeah, for sure.
It's also weird that they do the Zelda thing of giving you a health upgrade after every boss, but there doesn't seem to be any hidden out in the world. Like, there's no equivalent of heart pieces.
Yeah, instead you just buy health upgrades at the shop in town. So it is a little strange that they did it that.
And they're roses, so it would be easy to be collect this many petals and you get more health.
So you're telling me to buy Pipistrello said absolutely.
I mean,
it's on sale right now, I think. I think it's $10. Yeah. So yes, I would.
Yes, Pipistrello is really great. Everyone should buy it, period, because it's really great. Yes.
It is.
I wanted to add some context. What you just saw on screen was not me being colossally bad at Sonic the Hedgehog 2. That was me getting through the first level without getting to spin dash or jump.
Okay.
I imagine most people are having a stroke watching that gameplay. It's like, jump, Noel. What the fuck are you doing?
If you intended to buy this, or even if you backed it and haven't gotten to it yet, I'd wait a couple months, because it seems like this seems like the exact sort of release that's going to get some kind of, we tightened it up and made it a little bit less annoying in these areas and did this and that. It seems impossible that won't happen.
I feel like the 6-month delay was already them trying to do that, so I don't know. I also know that I'm kind of bad at the top-down Zelda types. I'm not great at these. So that obviously affects my ability to play this.
When I'm seeing the very sweet people I know who do not get gamer mad go I've beaten half of this game. I think I'm going to put it down for a couple weeks. I think my tolerance is gone.
Yeah, once you hit halfway through though, the game gets way easier because of how much stronger you got, because you get all these items and stuff.
Yeah, you get all these items to negate the parts of the game that intentionally weaken you.
Mm-hmm. It's such a weird design. I don't get it. I don't feel like this all came together right.
I mean, we know it didn't, because they had to delay it for 6 months because it hadn't come together right.
Yes. Do you like the tower mini game?
Yes, I in fact like that. I think it's a neat little activity.
I found it dreadful. I felt like I was always being caught up to by the electric thing chasing up the tower. I just have to keep retrying it over and over again because it's just annoying.
It is very weirdly structured, because the conceit is that you're rappelling up this tower and outrunning an electrical charge. And there's these holes that they imply you need to go into, but you don't need to go into most of them.
Right.
You only need to go into them if there's like a specific kind of barrier directly blocking your progress. So, like, I don't know. It's another thing that feels kind of weird and half-baked. I did have fun with it, though.
Yeah, I think you get more bones for going into more of them, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, you get bones for going into them.
It feels like it would be great if they were super well structured, but at a certain point, I was like, you just trying to shoot enemies everywhere. I don't have a solid pass that you've led me down.
Yeah,
it's just like a bunch of things.
The last few are real clusterfucks. But yeah, like, I don't want to sit here and say, like, I'm trying to sort out what Igavanias I'd rather play. And it's like, I'd rather play this than Harmony of Dissonance. And maybe Circle of the Moon? Probably Circle of the Moon.
I'd of course rather play any Igavania. It's so, like I said, the visuals are incredible. The songs are great. I really wish this came together in a game I liked. But it didn't. They've certainly made a lot of weird choices.
Yeah, like this, to be brutally honest, this isn't like what they sold people in the Kickstarter campaign.
Yeah, no, I don't think they mentioned a Souls-like experience even once. And
they,
it's like,
they explicitly say handheld games, which really implies like the Igavanias and Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of doesn't have very many mechanics from either of those. It's like mostly Souls the way down.
Right? Like it's got a great like charming writing and stuff like you'd see in those games.
Yeah,
like
the presentation is immaculate, but like it really outstripped the game they made this time.
Yeah, no, it's so sad because I like so much of the way they made it look. I wish that they like the core mechanics should be more fun.
They do say Bloodborne is in there in the Kickstarter pitch alongside Castlevania and Link's Awakening. It's like, yeah, it feels like it's like 10%, 10%, 80.
Yeah, it really does.
Like you needed a lot more Zelda in this mix.
Bloodborne, you got a dodge button. You got a dodge button in Bloodborne. You got a parry in the main game that works.
I, of course, have no opinions on the game, but I did want to say before we exited this segment that I was surprised it took 3 days for them to sell 300,000. Yacht Club is like one of the most high-profile indies in the industry.
Yes.
They made fucking Shovel Knight.
And then they made nothing for many, many years.
Well, I mean,
then they did the Kickstarter and made...
Like, let me look at how many copies they like got through Kickstarter.
Yeah, I guess that would have.
That was not enough. It's not enough to cut into like their sales. At bet it's like it's under 50,000.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
and the game
surprised.
I think would be way better if you just had a button that took you into the ground immediately. Like that's what it feels like the game maybe was balanced for at some point, because there's so many bosses that like jump up and then come crashing down on you. It's like, well, I didn't have time to get out of there because you didn't give me any sort of way to move quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or if they just let you swap, like if you found the sub weapons like Zelda items.
Yeah, no, if they just became items that were in your inventory, God, imagine. Then I could just have a dodge button whenever I wanted.
Because they drip feed them to you over the course of the game anyway. Like each new area you go to usually introduces a new one to you, and it's like so if I want to have the situation, like the best sub weapon for a situation, I might have to go to an entirely different area to get it. And they do eventually let you carry two at once.
Yeah, really, really late.
Yeah, really late.
I didn't get that till like the second to last dungeon.
Like my core complaint is like, you look so much like Link's Awakening. You needed more Link's Awakening in here. It is kind of weird that both Pipistrello and this have such a focus on platforming, though, with Pipistrello's being like a million times better.
Yeah, no, because that has like a a set of
You get
mechanics.
movement moves in that.
Yeah, you get movement moves that you progress through the game, and they have just these things set up perfectly for your movement abilities, and your movement abilities are fun to use. And Mina only has the dig. You don't get others movement moves. And
Yeah,
the only
like
way
the closest thing are
having,
these sub weapons.
Right, you get the sub weapons.
Although you can, there's an accessory that gives you an air dash.
There's an accessory that gives you an air dash.
Yep. You have to beat all the ghost races, I think, to get it.
Just give me the air dash, bro. This is
for the record, the ghost races are very irritating because they're like, you find a ghost and he's like, I'm pretty fast. You think you're faster than me? Okay. Let's race to the main hub of the game. You're not allowed to use doors, use fast travel, or touch stairs. Which means you have to plot a route that that has no more than one stair tile at a time, so you can jump over them.
Yeah, I've only done 2 though. Is the first one's in the main town, but then the next one's outside the town. I was like, how far are these going to go?
Oh, there's one like right by the entrance of the sand area.
Oof.
Did you rebuild the train?
Yes.
I think that's kind of a dick in the eye that you have to do that to progress.
It is
because it's entirely possible you get to the point
bones.
you have to do that and then you have nothing.
Oh yeah, for sure. I ended up filling it up early, but I definitely see I was spending money on stuff in town. I didn't want to throw money at the train.
I suspected that it would make me do it, so I did it, but like I could also easily see somebody think it's just an optional fast travel system.
Right. Yeah, and I also I did it mainly because they tease you as, oh, there's better armor on the train. So I was like, well, I need to take less damage. That'd be nice.
Any closing thoughts, gentlemen?
I hope their next game is better. That's about it.
Yeah, I really hope that they like take some lessons from this, and maybe that guy doesn't direct again.
Then maybe you
has,
don't
like Souls too much.
Yeah, maybe you don't make your game Souls-like anymore.
Because Shovel Knight even had
it had the losing a little bit of money,
but
checkpoints were so frequent. It was such a tiny amount of your money.
Right, and it was so much like, well, this is a mechanic you put in a game that's overall not like that, which is a lot different than what Mina feels like it fell on.
So, I guess we're good to move on?
Yeah.
Yep.
Last Friday, Bob and I played 007 First Light. It is IO Interactive's very own James Bond game. That is, in fact, like Hitman. Aggro, I understand you're going to play this game.
I am staring at that particular copy right now. I have seen none of the VOD of that stream. I am all aquiver with anticipation.
Bob, that copy, in fact, made its way magically between Friday and now from fucking Huntsville, Alabama to Aggro's location. Now, chat, there's a thing you can do with your brain where you take data points and you make reasonable assumptions on how people feel about things based on that. Did you play?
You don't worry about sending me that, Aggro.
Bob, did you even play 1 second off stream?
No. I thought about installing it, was like, nah,
oh no.
That's okay.
Okay.
What happened?
So let me go ahead and say one of the most important things to communicate about this video game. That no matter whether you like it or you don't like it, this is just objectively true of the game. The first 3.5 hours are almost nothing like the rest of the game.
Yeah, I saw people say that that's their favorite part and the game gets bad after that.
Oh,
yeah, that is easily the best part of the game.
That is basically how we felt, and the thing that comes right after 3.5 hours is terrible. Like, that's the worst thing in the game. It's just a big old chunk of stuff that, like, this is Bond. He's gonna go on missions. This game is about baby Bond. It's about Bond's first bonding. Okay?
Yeah.
So you see him go through the training, and the notion, to me at least, was you're gonna see him do a number of missions that help him craft who he is, or just Bond missions. Instead, in a way that's almost as insulting, the area right after the first 3.5 hours, which is really solid stuff, really interesting stuff, and is also the Hitman gameplay with, in my opinion, one of the most well-executed Hitman levels in the game. They go from that to, you have entered the Lenny Kravitz cameo zone. There is 2 hours of this game that could easily be removed and not affect the rest, except for one scene. Yes, it gave us more time to bond with that guy, but holy shit, I do not think any of that was good. Lenny Kravitz can't act, apparently. Maybe he can act in film. I don't know. I haven't fucking seen him act in anything, actually. It was terrible. And from there, the game gets a little bit better. But it still stands that the opening 3.5 hours is really strong stuff, and I think fires in all the direction, like all of the levels that you want it to. And then right after that, it's like, oh, this kind of, there's...
Yeah, it's funny. Most of that stuff also got shown in the state of play.
Yes.
So the state of play just showed what was literally the best parts of the game.
Right. And the rest of the game really isn't that much of that. It's like what they showed at the state of play really is the first 3.5 hours of this. Now, ignoring that for a moment, those things I just said, which stand on their own, there are writing decisions in this that will drive you to scream. There are writing decisions in this where if you're a listener of Big Think Dimension and you have been looking around and using your brain, you will go fucking mad over. And I know this because people were doing it in chat we're not even talking about it yet. We're letting the cutscene happen and chat's already losing their mind. I would love to talk about it, but given that Aggro is going to play this game, we can talk about it next week. There's no reason we can't.
True. That's the main reason I didn't want you to just watch the VOD, Aggro. I didn't want you to be fooled by watching us play the first 3.5 hours and then feel like you need to buy it.
Yeah. It's, you want something minor that's in this game that's like an annoying writing decision that doesn't remotely stand up to the other things in this that actually drive people insane. But it has a little bit of that flavor that's just like, I wish you didn't write this. Bond gets served his iconic drink by a girl, and he's like, why shaken and not stirred? And he's like, or she goes, it's complex, or I'm complex. And so, like, for his life, this chick he's interested in is the one that sold him on the iconic drink. We had to explain it. And so, like, there are things kind of like that. Where...
Yeah, like weaving those in and feeling like it did something really cool.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, I was like, who the fuck wrote this? And we look it up, and it's like, oh, it's literally the person who wrote all the Hitmans. And I've been looking around, seeing some impressions, and I do think Bob and I came away kind of agreeing that, like, if the game was more like miscellaneous Bond missions that were set up like the Hitman thing, that would maybe be better. That would maybe be a better thing. Because the plot in this is paper thin and stretched over a sizable amount of game. I believe How Long to Beat said 14, 16. We ended up 15. So we're smack dab
I feel it just feels like such a thin story. It feels like you tried to extend one standard Bond movie plot to 15 hours.
Yes.
It does.
And not a good Bond movie plot. Not that I'm here to tell you there's a Bond movie plot that would have worked for 15 hours.
15 hours is kind of hard.
It's kind of hard.
Did this game have a song?
Yeah. I know because we got
that.
claimed. I could go look it up. That way, if anyone's interested in hearing that song, they could just look this up and be like, oh, that's pretty good, or oh, that sucks.
Yeah, was it Lenny Kravitz? I kind of doubt it.
No, it wasn't. Let me see. Video cannot be monetized. Oh my god, I make so much money off my VODs. Wait, neither of these are the song that it was claiming at first. That is the song for the game.
Huh?
God damn it. Whatever. If you Google it, it will come
Yeah,
up.
I'm sure.
They did get a song for this game. I can't. Oh yeah, it was Lana Del Rey. I can't remember the name of the song though. Yes, it did also Club the Night. It did also.
Oh, it's actually called First Light, so I guess.
It is called First. That's why I couldn't remember the name of it. But yes, it did in fact get the nightclub song as well. But again, we don't really care about monetizing our VODs. The extra music's kind of the extra money's kind of nice, but like we're not gonna die over one stream not being monetizable. What we care about is whether or not you can fucking watch it.
Uh-huh.
This game has made me reaffirm my belief that at this point, Bond can take place in the late 90s at latest.
Why is that, Chris?
It's just like when everything is we gotta hack the mainframe.
Yeah.
And here's Bond's super techno gadgets. Like the pin gun is 1,000,000 times cooler than any kind of techno gadget that they give Bond in any new movie.
So there's so much I want to say that's related to that, and I don't want to spoil the whole game because this is a major thing that's extremely disappointing. But how do I put this? I think for me, one of the more interesting things, and it's a very odd thing, when you don't come at this from a direction of Hitman, which is definitely a space Bob and I were coming at this from, a lot of the combat in this game is not necessarily you shooting people good. It's you picking up shit off of a desk and throwing it at them, like a shitload of that, and then you using your Q watch to like hack a thing to kill them like it's Tecmo's Deception. And that's really weird for Bond to be doing. It's also weird for Bond to be going around for an extended period of time being like, I need to eavesdrop on 17 different people in order to collate enough information to walk up to a guy and be like, yeah, I work here. It's a little weird. It is very secret agent coded, but it's not very Bond-like, is sort of my thing. This game really, because of that, almost ends up at a bit more of a like, this is barely faithful to the IP, especially when you have Bond babies. By the way, this game's rated T. And so your Bond, he's getting his first training. He's learning what he does. And he doesn't really have all the Bond sauce there. And so because of that, it doesn't really hit in the way it feels like it could have for delivering a cool Bond experience. I think most Bond games give you a better idea of what cool Bond shit is than this does. If anything, it almost ends up a little bit closer to like Uncharted than it does end up to Bond stuff when it gets to the cool things, of which there aren't a ton. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else I want to communicate about the core like game here that is interesting and odd to me. Interestingly, it does kind of go for an Arkham-y thing for melee combat, but it's really stripped down. Like,
yeah,
you were saying is one of the most bare one of those, period, right, Bomb?
Pretty much. It's like, yeah, you have the dodge for when they do the tackle, and you have the parry for when they do the regular punch. And it's all we got depth-wise.
It's fascinating because at least with this,
also most of those mechanics feel like really bad. Like when you hit those buttons, it does not seem like it wants to work. Thinking back, I was like, were we in filmmaker mode or something? Because input response felt terrible.
I checked that really early in the stream.
Okay.
Can you guess why?
It felt really bad.
We've been through 7th gen. We've dealt with worse.
We have.
The funny thing about this, which I didn't expect, is this is another game that critically was received pretty well. That is based on a boomer IP that I feel like didn't really evoke the feelings of the movies, just like Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. Yeah, it's weird that these action movie franchises keep getting made into MSims. It's like I don't know. Like, I would never expect a Bond game to have so many of those Hitman type segments. I would never expect an Indiana Jones game to have every single thing in it.
Yeah, literally nothing in that Indiana Jones game was right.
It's very fascinating from that angle because both of them reviewed very well. And so, like, I guess if you went into it with the conceit of this is what this game is, and you don't think about, well, what's it based on? Is it even like delivering on the idea of the vision of that or being faithful to the action of that? It's a little weird. It's a little weird, in my opinion, at least.
Like, this one is, like, Bond is really understandable because it's the Hitman dev, so obviously you should expect some stuff like Hitman in there.
Uh-huh.
But with Indiana Jones was the people who made the new Wolfenstein games, which are extremely action-focused games.
Yes.
Well, the first one, I heard the second one became, like, mostly cutscenes.
Oh. But yeah, no, it's true. That didn't quite make sense there. It just ended up in a weird space. Let me be clear on my opinion on this. I like a few different things about this game. I like some of the ideas. I like doing the stuff in it. However, it's 15 hours of a story that is fucking transparent. There is no, how do I put this? It's a glass house where you see a man shitting from his front lawn. So.
Like, metaphorically?
No, it's a mission, Aggro. What the
It
fuck?
is
You think I
after all.
speak metaphorically? But yeah, no, there's a... And so when you finally pull the car around after many hours to what was obviously going on, and they throw out some of the most infuriating lines and out of nowhere moments that don't make any fucking sense for Bond, or even a person who could become Bond, it's aggravating. But there is some cool shit in the game. And there's some funny shit in the game. And there's some infuriating writing in the game. But there's one gameplay thing I'm just dying to talk about. Hey, Aggro, could you take off your headphones? I just want to talk about a gameplay thing. I don't know if you're gonna be.
I'll see you in a minute.
Okay, I'll see you in a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and play the spoilers music. This is gameplay thing. Technically, it's not spoilers, but it totally is. It totally is. Okay, here we go. I'm just playing the. Chris?
Yeah.
You know how Bond has a car?
Yes.
They set up the car, and they're like, here's the cool car. We're working on it. It's under the sheet. And it's like, ooh, that's going to be a big moment. You get to the fucking end of this game. And I guess they couldn't figure out how to plot motivate a fucking sequence where you drive the car, or driving the car while doing the cool car shit wasn't working. So it's just tower defense. It's like a turret segment. You sit in the car and shoot people coming into the room. And then even though the car just went, I'm invincible, we're fine, Bond, they blow up the thing holding up the car, and then the car's ruined. And you beat the game.
Wow.
And you go back to the title screen, it's like, please be excited when Taxim will add a mission, tactical simulation, by the way, Taxim will add a mission where you drive the fucking Bond car and do cool Bond shit!
Yeah. As it stands, the only cool driving segment is the one they showed in the state of play, which of course is in the first 3 hours of the game.
And you don't have a Bond car while you do that.
No,
you're
you
just
don't even have a
driving
Bond car for
a
that.
car. And you're driving it through an area which looks nice. And again, that's the first 3.5 hours of the game where the coolest shit happens. But then they show the Taxim video on the home screen that's like, look, you're driving and blowing shit up and going through it. And I'm like, you just couldn't fucking get it working, could you? Oh, that's true. We forgot the Land Rover trademark. a branded
Yeah, but that wasn't
Land
even a fun
Rover
race
shows
or
up.
anything.
No,
that was drive down the road. You're in a car.
It's really embarrassing to compare some of those segments between this and Uncharted 4, because there's also a scene where you're on a boat and it's beautiful emerald water below you, and then you think to Uncharted 4 and go, oh, that was way cooler than that. And then all you do in this is you drive that for a little bit and then you get out and you never do it again.
Yeah, you don't even get to control it. Just cutscene, basically.
So anyway, I'm done.
Okay.
I'll ping aggro to let it. I can't not talk about that. Let me just ping him. Oh God, Jesus.
I also loved every time I'd like sneak around to the end of a level killing guys and then be like, oh no, you're in a combat encounter. You can't leave.
Yeah, they're like, oh, Bond, you can't run out of this building they flooded with agents. The door is highlighted and clearly could work, and there's no plot reason it doesn't. But we have a thing of text next to it that says, you can't leave. There are people. Oh, yeah, we haven't even talked about, hey, Aggro, are you back? He's probably not back. Oh, well, whatever. The Q watch in this, you could literally dart people with it, and they just, like, get enormously sick instantly. So there's so many sequences in this game. It's like, you need to find a way to get this person's pass card so you can get into the back. And Bob just walks up 1 foot away, sunk, and then takes it out of their pocket the moment they feel like they have to shit their pants. Nothing happens.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
It's fucking hilarious that that's what it boils down to at the end of the day.
Right, I don't know if there's even another way to do it. I was like, it's pickpocketing. You'd think it'd be a thing of like, oh, get him distracted going somewhere else, or just if you're really quiet, you can sneak up and take it. And there's a mini game or something. But no, it's just hit him with the poop dart, and then you can take it.
Bond shoots you with the dart that makes you shit your pants and then unblinkingly reaches into your pocket and takes your key.
Yes! That's the game. It's
100
honestly
times in this game.
It's yeah, that happens so many times. It's almost as on brand for Bond. If Bond did that thing in Epic Movie where the fucking Jack Sparrow dude just walks up and stabs a dude to death abruptly and then takes the shit from him. It might as well be that. Bond might as well go, I have to find a way to get into the facility and properly pickpocket this person's things so that way I get further in. Stab! Yeah, no, it's wild. This is a wild, bizarre video game. I was really surprised when we played it because the first chunk, the first 3.5 hours, I do sit there and go, okay, I kind of get the score it's getting, the critical reception it's getting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we got past it, and I'm like, I am now confused. The score is getting the critical reception it got. It got an 88 on Metacritic. That's pretty high.
That is pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
But that seems like pretty appropriate for what the game is.
As we continue to shove more developers into the hole of making brand-based product instead of their own original creations, and even sequels to their other formerly original creations, it gets really disheartening to see two of them, can we do two? Two of them both do really well, and I just sit here going, I don't know. It feels like it's not even good for what it's based on. Like, it doesn't seem like it's really delivering that. First off, there's no CBT in the game. Sorry, Aggro. I know that was spoilers.
I mean, I really was looking forward to that, so now I'm kind of down.
I'm sorry. I should have played the spoilers music. But yeah, it's it feels weird and confounding to me. But this game's all right. I don't feel as down on this as I do Indiana Jones. It's not even close.
Right, no.
I get why people like this. I totally understand. If it wasn't based on James Bond, certain plot things wouldn't drive me insane. Hey, Bob, remember that thing that happens really early in the game and then they just never follow up on that ever again?
Yeah, that's funny. Why'd they do that?
I don't know. I wish I knew.
It also, it's really rough because there's so many things in this you can compare directly to things in Uncharted 3 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
And it's worse in every single way. With the way it feels, with the way it's presented, and all of that, like the cinematography for all the shots.
Yes, the cinematography in this needs to be way better. Like the whole way through, we kept we didn't even have to point it out. Chat was noticing how they just should shot reverse shot for dramatic scenes where it kind of like removed tension and plot emphasis and character performances,
which might be part of the downside of making your game 15 hours.
It's worth noting Uncharted 4 is a pretty long game too. I think it's like
Uncharted 4 is like insanely huge.
It's huge.
But yeah, it's like they're jumping into this pool with Naughty Dog, trying to make almost the exact same game in some instances, and it's like, you guys, this is not up to that par. So it feels rough. What has it been, like 6 years or something? Probably more, way more than that. God, how old is Uncharted 2 or Uncharted 4?
Uncharted 4 is like 12 years old.
In years? I think it was 2016.
No, I think it's 15 or it's probably 15. I don't know. Check.
2016.
Okay, so yeah, it's only 10 years old on way weaker hardware.
Yeah,
or a much lower budget.
So it feels rough.
Yeah, it feels really rough. I'm seeing Muffin Zeta in chat says, what are the chances they're going to enjoy the John Wick game? Fucking randomly guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
They didn't show a
No
game.
one knows
That game
anything
doesn't
yet.
exist yet.
Who even is making that? Is that Hitman again, or?
No. They just said
No?
that because it's an agent game and we don't like this one enough, and it's based on a movie IP. That's all the connection. That other game hasn't even shown gameplay. It's just violence in a trailer, and we're like, we know, dude. We've seen the movie.
It's on Steam as Untitled John Wick game.
Fuck you, no way!
Please put it in the triangle strategy font.
Yes.
Keep the title forever.
Right?
Yes.
First off, Untitled John Wick game.
They have a ludicrous title card that says that.
Untitled John Wick game is far more exciting than your game possibly could earn, but do it. That's so fucking funny, dude.
But yeah, we know that Saber makes it, but they have 1 million studios under them, so that kind of means nothing.
It kind of means nothing.
Right.
Untitled John Goose game. Goose Wick.
Peace was never an option.
You working Wick? Quack.
But like, if it's punching at an equivalent level, we'll probably like it more because it's going to be more of a straightforward action experience.
Who knows? I have no idea. I'm really skeptical
Yeah,
because it's like a lot of
that game
combat.
barely exists.
Right. And obviously you'd be going for a combat thing and making combat feel good, especially when they probably are trying to recreate the feeling of the movie, really hard.
Yeah.
Also,
now
John
who will
Wick
do
games
it better,
have
them
been-
or Spine?
Well, obviously Spine.
I mean, you remember that first trailer? It was incredible.
It was incredible.
was.
It was unbelievable.
You might say.
You might say.
When is Spine supposed to even come out?
It was allegedly supposed to be this year, but I haven't seen it forever. We'll see. Maybe it'll show
We
up
could
tomorrow.
see it this weekend. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I feel like the PC gaming show or tomorrow, or maybe the future games show.
Right?
Who knows? Maybe Xbox. Maybe this is how they win.
They're that
Maybe.
big. Maybe.
They're like, this looks so cool. We need this. Anyway, I think I basically said everything I was interested in expressing. I do agree, because again, I watched Jeff Gersman's podcast this week. I do agree with him that it's like, he's not a terrible actor per se. I don't want to put words in his mouth. I'm paraphrasing. I'm expressing how I feel. There's some similarities. Anyways, I don't think the Bond is a very good Bond. He doesn't at all come across as someone who gets older and becomes a Bond. Any of them.
Yeah, he's not like super suave.
No.
Yeah,
And
he
that's
kind
a
of
big
comes
thing.
off like a insufferable brat to an extent.
Which, I think the audience can agree that Bond is pretty brat-coded. But it's different here. No, Bob. Bond is brat. Chat.
Is Bond brat? I would
Bond
never
is
consider
brat.
this before now. Is Sean Connery brat?
Yes. See, chat agrees.
Okay.
Only one person said no. You're gonna have to, if you're listening to this later, or even if you're here now, sound off in the fucking comment section whether or not Bond is brat. Bond's pretty brat.
I gotta rewatch those movies.
It's a different kind of brat from this. This is spoiled rich brat. Bond doesn't generally have that vibe, you know? And I think that's a problem here. It's another layer of like, it doesn't feel very Bond. It doesn't.
Yeah, and part of it might be because of the direction they went with trying to go for this first mission sort of Bond, that they're like, well, you shouldn't have any of the attributes of being Bond yet, which is not really the way you should do that, but no. I understand the thought.
Yeah, I feel like when it takes 7 years to make anything, we should probably never get a Surf Dracula story ever again.
I guess we're
because we're gonna discuss in news, this might be the only Bond game they get to make.
Fucking that story is so dumb.
Crazy.
It's worth noting we should feel lucky that Horizon Zero Dawn let her hunt the robot dinosaurs, and that we didn't have to wait for the next game.
God.
We should all feel blessed. What the fuck? Anyways, hey Bob, anything else you wanted to talk about with Bond? Other than your disappointment was immeasurable and your day was ruined because you've become that guy. Bob, when are you going to start wearing a two-piece suit to stream?
Obviously, I need to start doing that. No more Hawaiian shirts for me. A two-piece suit, please.
Yes. It's okay. I'll wear a full dress.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's so weird going from the first 3 hours to the rest of the game.
It is.
It became a lot more walk and talks, and some of the most egregious use of walk and talks I've seen since 7th gen. And they slow down your movement so much. Heck, there's the entire stage where it's walk and talks broken up by unlocking a door. And unlocking a door is simply finding the thing they want you to look at in the environment after like scouring everything to look at the exact right side of the door from the right angle to then unlock it. And it's do that 5 times in a row while we give you tiny walk and talks between. Like, this isn't a good gameplay segment, guys. This is infuriating. Also, it's hilarious the way is Noel's bringing up the Lenny Kravitz.
The Lenny Kravitz experience.
Yes, the Lenny Kravitz experience. It is hilarious how it just doesn't fit in at all. Like, one major event happens. You go do the Lenny Kravitz experience. Then they pick up from where obviously that event should have continued.
Yeah, it's really disjointed, and this isn't even just like a mechanical plot thing. Here, let me slide back into frame. This is like an emotional thing for all the characters. Like, it feels like all of the characters, that time didn't exist.
Yeah, they kind of don't acknowledge they all go back to acting like what had immediately happened. It could well be the next night.
It's really, really weird. Also,
heck, it's the first time Bond is back to his apartment since the events before the Lenny Kravitz experience, which is crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. This game really strikes me as they made most of the rest of the game and then realized they needed a strong opener or what the hook was for the game. And then much of the beginning, not all of the beginning, but much of the beginning, like the very, very beginning possibly, and things that happened towards the end of the 3.5 hours started to get made. It's a very strange contrast, the first 3.5 hours of the game and the rest. So, Aggro, if you can, please get at least 5.5 into that game.
Roger.
Anyways, Bob, I'm just gonna start wearing this to stream. You have to wear the 2-piece suit, and this is what I have to wear. This is the new GigaBoots experience. While I'm pulling up images that, only the viewers get to see. I didn't know this a wolf in space thing existed, and that's fucking incredible. That is great. That is awesome.
It's called a fox in space,
Fox
right?
in Space, thank you. Yeah, it was Star Wolf from A Fox in Space.
Yeah.
Which would make him a wolf
Yes.
in space. Yes.
Lenny Kravitz.
But if you search
That would
that up,
make-
I don't think
yes.
you'll find it. Like,
and then the funniest thing YouTube has done to me because of my coffee lifestyle, it served me this video and I wheezed. Bob,
what?
would you like to
What?
learn how to make an iced latte on a Breville barista from The Boy
Boy
Rista?
Rista.
This, I was so floored by The Boy Rista being a channel. This is incredible. The worst
Wow.
part, yeah, he can do that better than me. he has better tools and clearly has been trained, unlike me. Oh,
I can't
if only.
believe this. Boy has rich parents. I can't believe this.
He just has access to that. You don't know. Maybe it's a bomb shelter when you do the reverse shot. But yeah, I was delighted that YouTube's like, you want to see like a really young kid clown on your ass? And I'm like, sure. Yep, I sure don't have a good enough scale. You're right. Anyways, that's it for the dumb pictures that the listeners can't see segment.
Oh, we're not going to show them a billion wings?
Bob, that would be rude.
That would be rude.
That would be terribly rude to show them the absolute shitload of delicious hot wings we ate yesterday. Besides, if we do it today, what am I going to do during the summer of gaming?
I don't know. We'll have to watch video game trailers, I bet.
Well, I mean, there are gaps. You know, events
For
end
more
and-
trailers.
No. Anyway, Bob, did you have anything else you wanted to say about 007 First Light?
I do not.
It crashed, and it was pretty funny because
It did crash at maybe the funniest moment it could have.
It crashed right after a building we were near exploded. So it's like
Yeah,
this really cinematic cutscene of like, boom, fades to black, crash.
Yeah.
You think it might have even started with the Bond doing the dive out the window and then the exploding building?
Mm-hmm. I'm like, well, that's how it ends, chat. Bond's fucking dead. Also, Edgar, I don't think we got to show you this last image. Sorry, listeners. The pizza place at the local art and entertainment center just has the tiniest stereotype of a pizza restaurant or an Italian restaurant table they set up with a tiny curtain. I love it.
There is a strong energy to this image.
There sure is.
Yes.
Anyway.
There's something fucked up about putting 4 people on one side of a round table.
Yes.
Yes.
This is half dining, half cosplay at this point.
Right, like this is not we got together to eat some pizza. This is the council has convened to eat some pizza.
I need to just go down there in my Mario cosplay one day and just sit there for way too long at the furthest seat and just gawk at people while eating the pizza just to see how many people are like, so do they hire you? What is this? What's happening? Anyway, Bob, what we need to do is we need to set up a table like that to eat food on stream. We need to just be like, okay, it's time to go eat the food. And then we walk out of the room. And then it just cuts to a different room's camera and we sit down. But yeah, anyway, I'm done talking about Bond. Bob, you're done talking about Bond?
Yeah, I'm done with Bond.
The summer of gaming is happening, which means 2 things. 1, there is no Friday stream that isn't the summer of gaming. 2,
It's important. It's a big deal.
there is no the Variety podcast on Monday. You have over 20 hours of conference streams to go watch and listen to. Please avail yourself. We're just going to hope to survive.
Yeah.
And hopefully Timer Chan does too. Chris, you are also going to be with us for the summer of gaming.
Yeah. Sorry, we'll do Elijah Wood next week.
You're going to...
What?
Oh.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
I got
you know him?
I got the rope and
Oh. We're doing that.
everything.
We're doing the Casino Royale. I see. You know how to make one of those knots?
course I do. I was a Boy Scout.
Ooh. New
There
Chris
are
lore
layers to
unlocked.
that response.
Anyways, you can all, however, be excited for the Pod Lord.
Oh, fuck the Pod Lords.
That almost sounded like a ghost. I was so fucking scared.
Aggro having a heart attack.
Aggro's heart attack scared me.
This is mainly a problem for me.
Yes, that's right. The Podlords. Podlords such as BN12, Red Blaze 27. God of War Lofay is shaping up to be my second favorite game in which you play as a guy's dead wife.
It's not how I remember that going.
Rado.
Okay, it's sort of.
WTF Spider-Man. Mr. I like Spam. Muckbun. Shiny Mew. Chris C. Cooper Tank. Deception Retro Achievement Stream.
Fun fact, that already happened.
Yeah, I was like, didn't you
I
do
already
this?
did a retro achievement stream of Kagero Deception 2. There will be more. Over on
Like
this one.
trapped win.
Also, I have to go back for a Podlord image.
Shinji16 is excited for Moon Sigil Atlas, a deck builder where you lay tiles instead of casting cards. Out today and has a demo. Sarah Lene. Timothy Pfister has achieved Retro Achievement Masteries in Mega Man 1 through 6. This stuff is addictive. Holy shit, that's hard.
Congrats.
Jesus.
Good job on
Jesus.
just not dying. You would simply, in fact, not die.
Don't you have to not take hits for some of those?
I don't know. It's... God.
Yeah, those are brutal.
I am quite fond of Nina the Hollower.
Bearded Joe. I heard Ashish Armor is putting together a team? God.
Oh my god. Yes.
I can't explain this to the one co-host that doesn't know.
God damn it.
I feel like you can figure it out from osmosis at this point.
Right.
Jesus.
Pleochrome. Shout out to the Black Voices in Gaming Showcase. It took 20 years, but Clerks 2 Randall succeeded in taking it back.
So, I'd like to declare a vendetta, or I'd like to declare a memorandum on ever referencing Clerks 2 in our Podlords ever again. You can do 3 because I haven't seen that, so it won't hurt me.
No,
Aggro.
I'm sorry. This one was important.
This was so important, Aggro. They finished a montage of a bunch of games. And it comes back to the host, and he's like, the one I'm most excited for is the Jay and Silent Bob game. And I fucking lost, and I was like, shout out to Kevin Smith getting the highlight. Shout out to the Black Voices in Gaming Showcase. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Apple Gothic, known bird appreciator. Wow.
That's a good card.
Buy my Q watch. Shit yourself, random security guard.
Why is he?
Because Kyrie uses the command seal to order the character to do things.
Oh my god. Really? They use it for that?
Yeah, well, not to shit yourself, but it's a similar concept.
Okay. I was like, I must see
It's weird. It's not that weird.
That would have been fucking spectacular. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Xuanzong Sanzong. They're adorable.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
That's right. The Podlords. Podlords such as BN12, Red Blaze 27, Suzu Shiro, Rado, a raccoon with a sense of deja vu.
Quality bit.
Jesus, it hasn't happened yet.
It's been a while.
Reiji Akaba, master of the different dimension demons. Okay, I'm done with Yu-Gi-Oh! For now. That was 58 cards in a row. God damn.
Jesus.
Good job.
Good job.
Bit
Good
accomplished.
job. Yeah.
Okay, you need to tell me something right now, though. Have you edited this man to be Jin Kariya?
No, that's how he looks.
No, he
Okay.
looks,
I think he's modeled on Steve Jobs.
okay, that's enormously funny. Did Yidol Basic?
Good.
The Podlords are multiplying.
They're doing the fusion dance. They got the Potara earrings.
Has DBZ gotten dumb enough yet so that someone puts on the Potara earrings, like two people do that, and then two other people fuse with them?
No, not yet.
Okay.
it time.
I don't think even Heroes has done that. And they're the ones where it's like Super Saiyan 3 Future Gohan.
Man, those androids really give him trouble, though.
Hey, fuckers, guess what? It's time for Barry.
Oh my.
Barry seems strong.
He's pretty cool. Is he still a Zatchbell?
Yeah. This is
Oh,
the
yeah.
Zatch
So
Bell
that-
slot.
Yep, that's a character from Zatch Bell. He's so cool, you will mark out for a guy named Barry.
DLSS5 can't handle this character. It's at. No change from last week. Couldn't think of a joke. Perrin. Deceased.
They're obviously just gonna make it a boob. Like, what do you mean that DLSS5 can't handle it?
Andrew. Lone Gargoyle. In a million years, I never thought it would go down like this, but me finally getting to play Mina the Hollower.
I don't understand the reference. I'm cultureless.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought,
Pagliacci.
it was Cesar Romero fucking the Joker at first.
I figured it was just him in clown makeup because it was that bad for him that he
It
is
is
a clown.
a clown. But what clown? Perhaps there is
Yeah, I don't know.
interesting context.
Right? Maybe there is some other further knowledge of clowns.
It's getting that time of year. Stay hydrated, gamers.
True facts.
Yeah,
Always
especially if you're going to the
important.
World Cup because they banned refillable water bottles.
Jesus Christ.
Evil.
Bring cash.
Sadistic, autistic, Yuki, EXE, Ando Y, Just V, Tom Murphy, and a Podlord I totally did forget to get the image of it, then waited until now so that way I could go, this is a cube!
I thought it was an octagon.
How many sides are on that? 6 sides! Thank you very much to our Podlords.
Thank you, Podlords.
Thank you,
Thank you, Podlords. And if you'd like to become a Podlord, you can go to our Patreon at patreon.com/gbpodcast. For as little as $5 a month, you get many benefits such as early access to Chugging Bleach, extended content for armchair devs and gamer premonitions, patron-funded shows where we watch good things and then talk about them privately and vote, and patrons get to vote on what good thing we watch, or public things where we watch some absolute dog shit and patrons get a commentary track for that absolute dog shit. And also an entire movie called Isolation 119. If you have not watched Isolation 119, you are denying yourself one of our most powerful benefits. The only thing I would recommend that we're associated with that I would recommend you watch more is Summer of the Chew Toy Soul. But Isolation 119 is a fantastic movie about a man going to Thailand to get a tax write-off on his vacation to Thailand. And other things sometimes. Patreon.com/GBpodcast. And if you don't have any money, it always helps immensely to to rate us on Thursdays. Tell your friends. Post about it on us on Reddit until you get banned. And leave a comment, and subscribe if you listen on YouTube right now. Patreon.com/EVPodcasts.
Hi. How's it going?
Did you know
Yeah.
we don't have a burning down segment this week?
What?
Oh,
You tell
shit.
me I don't have to set Jeff Keighley aflame?
The magic
No,
of
not
summer.
yet. Yeah, they sucked it in for 1 week. I bet we won't even get next week without it.
Wow.
But for 1 week, they managed to suck in their gut.
God bless us, everyone.
Holy fucking shit. It is not on fire.
It happens this time of year every year for 1 week.
It's its own holiday.
It
If
is.
only we could learn to keep the lessons of the summer of gaming through the whole year.
Yes. Jeff Keighley, this is your fault. You need to run an event like this every single week. Make sure everyone's always thinking about video games. And if they and not firing people.
Jesus. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of Sonic the Hedgehog. Sorry, everyone who is enjoying the Subway Surfer fucking vibes. Hey, Bob.
Hey, what's up?
We're gonna
You want to go
to
through my news?
And listener, you should know. Bob asked me if I wanted to talk about this one. What a good friend Bob is. Bob, go ahead.
I know you have the most skin in the game for this. But maybe not in a way that you like.
No. I want
Fable,
I want to be free. That's all I want.
the biggest game Microsoft has in the oven, Fable,
Uh-huh.
delayed till February 2027.
I'm gonna choose to believe that they just wanted to get out of the strike range of Grand Theft Auto 6, and that game is fine, which would make it extremely funny if Grand Theft Auto 6 is delayed again to directly on top of them.
Right?
Actually, we had
Pray we do not delay it further.
we had leaks about this earlier enough that we know that's not the case.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm not spared. I'm seeing someone in chat. Oh, yay, Noel's spared this year again. No. That's not what this is.
It's
I've
just,
been in
you have the
detention
sword of
for years
Damocles
now.
over your head.
Uh-huh. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Is this the longest period? It has to be, right? This is going to be a game that was announced at the reveal of the Xbox Series that won't be out until the year the next one comes out.
Nobody does it like Microsoft.
Yeah. Masterclass.
It would be like that is the equivalent if The Last Guardian was announced in 2006. No, 2005, and then came out on the PS4.
Yeah, because these are really long gens now.
Isn't that what happened?
No, they didn't fucking
It
announce
wasn't
The Last
now.
Guardian in 2005.
Okay, right.
They announced that the fucking cell processor's so strong it'll suck your dick in a locker room in 2005.
I really wish that was less accurate than it is.
I know. Everyone's
Have
like,
we told you about the digital locker?
Wow, there was exactly 7 years between, or almost, or close to 7 years between The Last Guardian being announced and coming out, which was unfathomably long
at the
then.
time. Uh-huh.
Right?
And now isn't. That's just it's supposed to be the amount of time between games from big studios. I wonder why they're all bombing.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's a
It's
mystery.
weird. It's and we can't make them any other way. There's simply no way. Did you see Jason Schreier's latest YouTube videos, him explaining why games take 6 years now?
I didn't watch it. I saw the title and was kind of upset.
Same.
I mean, I remember him saying it's because of mismanagement. Did he change his tune to something incredibly stupid?
I didn't watch the video because I have to. It may surprise people to hear this, But I don't go out of my way to engage with shit that upsets me. I go out of my way to stay appraised of all events that are pertinent to what I do, which often means being that upset. So I did not watch the video because I was mortified that I'd be really fucking pissed at him going into Big Think. I assume
he's been pretty consistent in his articles and on Blue Sky in saying, no, guys, games take forever because they're fucking huge and also mismanaged.
Yes.
Like,
so
I hope
that
he
too.
hasn't changed from that.
Yes, and that is my hope. But there's also the possibility. So I, being a very busy person, did not prioritize watching that video until I find some spare time coming up. I watched the 2 other videos from him. He's a YouTuber now. He's a YouTuber now. He gets this. He's a YouTuber now. He's a YouTuber now. Like and subscribe. Is that what YouTubers say? He's a YouTuber now. Anyway, yeah.
Oh, he's
Bob,
so down to earth and likable.
Yeah, those are both true statements. Thank you for those true statements. Bob.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated to definitely play the video game Fable in 2027.
Yeah. Last time they showed it, it looked like it was actually coming together. So this really is like, oh man, what happened?
Is that
I think
true?
the map leaked and it's like unfathomably huge. So maybe it was just they made way too much.
Oof. Yeah,
Now-
Fable doesn't need a big map.
It's worth noting this game, though announced in 2020, its development began 10 years ago.
Oh,
Well, maybe not. One moment.
yeah. I was like, was that at?
It was after 2016, but it was before 2020. I need to look this up. I need to find out what the earliest leak of this game was. Anyway, I'm not exactly... Are you fucking... Oh my god. Phil Spencer in 2017, April, tweeted that the franchise had a lot of places it could go. And then after releasing... Oh my god, are you serious? Yeah, no, they started...
Yeah, 2018 is when it says that rumors surfaced about a new Fable game.
Yeah, but they created the second team to work on this in 2017 and started heading in this direction in 2016 at Playground Games. This is insane. God damn. Fuck,
Yeah.
dude. Anyway, I'm so fucking exhausted.
You want to get more exhausted?
Sure.
There was a Jinkaria in that Steve Podlord that we missed.
Yep.
What was the Steve Pod Lord?
Steve holding the cube.
Oh, okay.
There's a Jinkaria.
Sorry,
in the
that's
cube.
not Steve. That's Jack Black.
You can see. You can see
Yeah,
him.
I see him. I see him now. Jesus.
The Jokai crest.
Jesus.
Don't do that.
No, keep doing it. I love playing Find the Jinkaria. Noel, didn't you have the Where's Waldo NES game?
Yeah, and I have several retro achievements for it. It's a fucking dog shit video game. It fucking sucks. Sometimes Waldo's wearing green.
Somebody hacked Jinkaria into that.
Is that real? Oh,
No,
you're
I'm
saying
telling
they should.
somebody to do it.
Oh, okay.
And then give it retro achievements.
I can already see the title screen and hear the music blaring. I don't like that. Hey, Bob.
Hey, what's up?
Let's go on to other news.
Sure, we have news that's not quite industry burning down, so it was not in that section.
Mm-hmm.
Tekken 8's director, Kohei Ikeda, leaves Namco Bandai after 20 years. He also directed Tekken 7 and did game design in Soul Calibur 4 and Tekken Tag 2. This dude was seemingly very important and very high up in that structure.
Future Tekken looking bright.
Yep.
Yujiro Hanma completes his greatest act of aura farming yet by killing Tekken 8.
Yeah, that's sad. I hope he's moving on to something better. I assume that just Bandai Namco must just have
A
a
problem.
situation that people don't want to be there anymore.
Yeah, it seems like that, or just like they really got lost in the weeds and all their high scale development is in shambles.
Maybe.
Because I think we got a tease that they're doing a fucking Scarlet Nexus sequel.
Yeah.
After this many years?
That game sold a lot, for costing $3.
Right. I'm more like, you took that long to decide to do one? Also, shouldn't you have some team working on new Tales of game first?
They've said that we do.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it sounds like they maybe are putting way too much money into it.
Man, Scarlet Nexus could have been cool, but it felt like it botched everything and really didn't leave room for a sequel, I didn't feel. But I guess you could just reboot, do something else.
Yeah, you do something completely different instead of the shonen anime nobody picked up.
Gravity Circuit 2 got announced over this last week.
Okay.
It's going to be out next year. Also, Gravity Circuit 1, I believe, is still free.
It's free on Steam. Go pick it up now. And that's free forever. That's not a free trial. It's free. Go pick up Gravity Circuit 1.
Crazy.
Go do it.
The new one looks a lot like the old one, but has a second playable character, and I guess they'll have a different moveset. He looks really similar to the other guy, but he's green.
Yeah, it looks like the gimmick is that you switch between them, and one has like it's gravity and power circuit, so I guess one is better at killing guys, and the other has like more mobility.
Yeah, according to chat, it is free for the next 10 days, so until June 14th. Go download it now.
Yeah, I think that game's neat. It wasn't really for me, but it's a cool game.
It's neat.
Definitely pick it up for free.
I was a little disappointed in it, but for free, that's fucking awesome. Like, holy shit.
Right?
Yes, go check it out. Maybe it's more for you than it was for me. I thought it was okay.
It's really cool that we get to see them iterate on it. There's a chance. Like when I was playing it, I was like, yeah, I think a sequel could be really good.
Yes, but
hopefully it delivers on that.
For whatever reason, we don't get those now, even from successful indie games.
Yes, exactly.
Speaking of, is this in someone's news? They didn't announce the ukulele thing, right?
No, they have not announced it yet. But
Bob, you saw what leaked,
super
right?
ukulele cart leaked.
I didn't go look up the leak. I just saw that it happened.
Yeah, so there's a kart racer for ukulele happening.
No offense, Platonic, but ukulele isn't Diddy Kong.
No, I'm kind of excited because Diddy Kong Racing is a fun game. If they make another one of those, there isn't really like
I hope it's like that, because that is a neat game that someday I'll confront.
I'll be honest, Diddy Kong Racing is fucking incredible. That's a great game. It's one of my favorite kart racers. If this is like that,
I was never able to get anywhere in it as a kid. I just did not understand whatever mechanics it had.
I need the Mr. N64 quarter support retro achievements because I was having a great time going through that. It would be a billion times more enjoyable on a Mr. Because it would be a lot more responsive.
Are you gonna do the Crunch subset?
Sure, I figured out the tech for Crunch. Ty Tuesday was talking about it. I was like, oh, thank you for the tech with Crunch. Crunch, Bob, has insanely bad stats. He literally can't drive uphill.
Oh, what?
So the tech with him is when you're in that situation, just keep rapid tapping A, and he will get small boosts of acceleration to escape. Crunch is like a joke character, and no one knows why, because he's not like really designed to be a joke character, like at all. He's just
designed to be like the heavy guy.
Yeah. And he goes, "I'm Crunch." And that's what he does.
Oh, that sounds like a
rare character. It's true.
Yeah, he's a Kremling.
He totally is. Yeah. So anyway, if it's like Diddy Kong Racing, I'll eat crow and I will sing its praises. Elsewise, I'm like, I don't really want that. I really don't want that.
Yeah, I think it kind of makes sense if it is that, because like their last thing they did, the second ukulele game was like, we wanted to make a Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah.
So logically, the next thing would be to make a Diddy Kong Racer.
Make Donkey Kong 64 again. Make it again.
Don't do it. Don't do it. He's the devil. Don't do it again.
Make it once more.
Maybe they'll do that. Maybe we'll finally get more Donkey Kong 64.
I'm allowed to say that because if they do a PC decomp from that game for that game, I'll stream it.
DK64?
Yeah. I might even get 202% or whatever, but don't hold me to that one. That's freak shit. I just feel vaguely like I have to do that at some point before I die.
Right.
I want to have done a Diddy Kong or Donkey Kong 64 stream where I wasn't very ill. So I would also like to do that game again, but you know.
Yeah, we've announced that stream several times.
Oh yeah? I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I must have been thinking of something else.
Yeah.
Poncel, the creators of Vampire Survivors.
Or Punkle?
Punkle, maybe?
Wow.
I don't know. They established a new studio in Japan. Okay, that's a little weird, but what's really weird, it's headed by Sawaki Takayasu, the creator of El Shaddai.
Good.
Yeah, that's weird.
You make an ontologically evil thing, but you use the money for it to give your favorites money to make shit. That's fine with me.
Exactly. So that's cool. I'm super excited to see whatever that turns into. It sounds like it's going to start out just as a way to get more into Japan and get that their games they're currently making sell more over there, but there is potential for them spinning up their own game.
Cool.
So that's exciting.
It probably won't be a AAA game.
Probably
so
not.
It'll probably
Yeah.
come out.
Wonder of wonders.
And I think that dude himself owns the IP to El Shaddai. Because otherwise, how the heck did that PC game happen?
Right?
God, imagine that his next game is Vampire Survivors but El Shaddai. The genes power up you can pick up.
They'll just do an expansion.
Oh God, yeah, just add him in. Oh man, that would be really good actually. This next one I put in here only because it has a really goofy tag they put on the title screen for the game. It's Cotton Reboot High Tension, which is finally coming to the States. It came out last year in Japan. It's actually a new Cotton game, which is the flying cute 'em up where you play the little witch and collect candy. But on the title screen, on the trailers and stuff, they have this gigantic emblem. Yes, Noah has put it up here for us. Includes Marion from Gunbird. You all love Marion from Gunbird, right?
I mean, who doesn't?
Who dis? New phone. Who dis?
Marion from Gunbird.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Everyone loves Gunbird.
Yeah, Marion from. Yeah. How did we? That's cool. How are things?
And these exact two things, I believe, showed up at different showcases, but I didn't get to watch the whole showcase. They were just things that came across Gematsu and stuff. These showcases happened today, so I haven't been able to do a comprehensive list of things happening there or anything.
Okay.
But these games look really cool. Tempest Vitae was announced for 2027. It's a first-person shooter Metroidvania with time travel mechanics in cel-shaded graphics. It looks really neat, and it shows a lot of different time powers. Like you can stop time and shoot a bunch of bullets, and then have time speed up, and then all go out at once and kill guys. And just lots of neat things. It also seems like I have time travel mechanics, and then you actually go back to the past, change something, and then go forward, and it'll be affecting the future. So that's neat. And then another one was Ornament Tower, which is most of the game is a top-down style 2D Zelda adventure game where you play as two characters, but it was more about focusing on little puzzle rooms that they have to accomplish. The art's really nice. It's done by someone called Lotovic, who was the former lead pixel artist of Fields of Mysteria.
Mystria.
Mystria.
That's what's written.
Yes, but
Okay. Just checking that wasn't typoed. Happens occasionally.
And then the cutscenes are all done with like PS1 style low poly 3D models.
Ooh.
So it looks really cool. Like the art looks very nice.
Okay, that's enough of very nice. Chris, it's your news.
Okay. So Schreier has said on Blue Sky this week that Sony is not particularly happy with Naughty Dog taking entire gens to make their very expensive games more expensive than the average. At which point, Reset Era cried so hard at him saying this that he had to backpedal and say, well, they're mad at all their studios doing that. And it's like, yes, but one is clearly the worst about it.
Yeah.
One hasn't shipped a game this gen.
Yeah. I thought it was really weird when I saw people, because I ended up following this news, ended up seeing like the fucking Twitter reaction and other stupid bullshit. People are like, oh, Schreier has it out for Naughty Dog. And I'm like,
no, they make the most expensive games in the company, and it's been 6 years since they shipped anything.
And nobody should be like out here defending them. They are like Sony's most known for Crunch Studio. The studio was the worst environment that Sony owns, basically.
Yes. Uh-huh. And it's not even
somehow
close.
they keep going.
Yeah, like I don't obviously Naughty Dog is the most in the shithouse right now because of this. They are the biggest offender. Even if everybody's doing it, which isn't shocking, Sony's a badly managed company.
Clearly.
Except for Sucker Punch, bizarrely. Like, obviously, they're going to be most angry at the people who are like, yeah, we need to sell 12 million to get in the black.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a good place to be for any game.
Mm-hmm.
And like we keep seeing, these huge gaps in your releases does make people fall out of being your fan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Like, there's no other situation that can cause.
I'm seeing Naughty Dog doesn't deserve the goodwill that it has. Yeah, I don't understand being a huge Naughty Dog stan in 2026.
Yeah, like, even if you liked The Last of Us Part 2, it's been 6 years. They haven't shipped anything.
Also, they tried to make you rebuy The Last of Us 1 again and The Last of Us 2.
All the knowledge we have about the dev cycle of Last of Us 2, it's so hard to, like, even if you like the game, it's hard to think of that as a win in general.
Yeah.
And I feel like the TV show maybe knocked a lot of those defenders out of defending it.
Oh, yeah. No, again, Season 2 did not go well for people who even had no idea what the arc of the game was. And then, even still, for people who were signed on for the plot of the game, it didn't go well later that season for them. I would like to note real quick, I'm not promising chat shit. Don't ask me for shit. It is a million times more interesting to go back and watch live action The Last of Us than it is to review Season 2 of the Devil May Cry anime. That is how not happening Season 2 of the Devil May Cry anime is.
Or Season 3.
Yeah, I guess we can bring up, they did confirm Season 3 today.
And then Adi Shankar, Brian Griffin posted about himself.
He really did. That was embarrassing, even for
that guy's real fucking cringe.
He's going to get outed as being a pest and just, like, have the world's biggest meltdown publicly.
Yeah, no, that seems the arc, honestly. Let's see.
So this is from Tom Henderson over at Insider Gaming. This is directly contrary to what Quantic Dream said earlier this week, which was that everything is going great. Apparently, Star Wars Eclipse is still in development hell, and NetEase is looking to dump that studio.
Yup.
Yeah. I'm surprised it lasted this long at NetEase.
Same.
I mean, they have a bunch of, like... They are very well known compared to other studios they owned and have screwed, but... Oof.
Here's what we need, since I have fancy hand tracking, Bob. Okay.
What's that?
Hear me out. What if we put me somewhere, like, up here, okay? Sorry, I have to move. Marion from Gunbird.
Wait, are you Miriam from Gumbird? I'm confused.
I'm not. I'm sorry about the confusion. We should put me up here, and I should have a desk, and I should just be in the background.
That would be really funny.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get a desk model because obviously I can do that in Vignon. That would be incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And lastly, so 007 Last Light came out, reviewed pretty good. People seem to like it, sold a bunch. Amazon has said that they will handle all future James Bond games because you can't let that happen again.
Uh-huh.
They have since backpedaled and been like, no, we just mean publishing. Like, we're happy with what IO Interactive did. Don't look at our history of publishing things.
Yup.
Yeah.
Don't look at how we fuck up every single thing we touch. And then even if IO Interactive like still gets to make the next one, it'll be under Amazon supervision.
Uh-huh.
God, I have to say, booting up that game
and seeing Amazon MGM
is the most classless thing I've ever seen in my life. Amazon MGM Studios.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, Amazon, you ship me cheap crap for free. Never close all of your culture studios. You don't get to make media.
You should at least try and fool us. Make your
own brand
game
that doesn't have Amazon in the name.
Right.
Yeah.
Whoever sought to put Amazon in front of MGM Studios is just a criminal.
That's probably Jeff Bezos, since he's a weird obsessive.
Mm-hmm. Brought to you by the same mental illness that gave you Meta.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they all have it.
And that's it for Chris news.
Yep.
We had a show we couldn't cover called The Mix. They did produce the Black Voices and Gaming show, but these are two different showcases. So we're going to talk about what they showed at The Mix. Bob, did you write these notes?
Yes.
Okay.
And this isn't everything. This is just kind of a curation of the stuff I thought actually looked pretty neat.
Okay. This first game, Mega Gum. When I browsed this document, I misread the G. Bob, what is Mega Gum?
Mega Gum is a 3D action game, like a Devil May Cry. It looked a lot like DMC, the DMC, but your main weapon is gum.
Oh.
So you like whip it around and it transforms into different shapes or different weapons. It looked pretty neat.
Does it have the properties of both Bungie and gum?
There it is.
It does seem to have both the properties of Bungie and gum.
Wow. That's dated for 2027. They also showed Twinkle's Galactic Tour, which this is made by the Frog Gun dev, right?
Oh, is it? I didn't see that.
I think that's right, unless I'm
it probably is, because it has a similar art style. It's like a low poly 3D platformer.
Yes, it is made by the Frog Gun.
I've been following this game for a bit. Low poly music focused 3D platformer with all sorts of dance performance sort of stuff. It's very ballet. It's an alien girl in a space city. It's very cute, very cool. You should look it up.
Yeah.
That's Twinkle's Galactic Tour. After that, by some interminable amount of time, because I didn't watch it, was Midgard, which is followed by Meadfall.
No.
Bob, tell me about Midgard.
It's a multiplayer Viking game where it has, like, you go out into the field and do combat and then collect items and then come back and manage a tavern for all the other Vikings. It's got a really kind of cute art, cartoony art style. It looked neat. The demo is out in August, which I was surprised how far the demo was. I was surprised how far away the demo was.
Yes.
English, good.
First language. Second language, hopefully go better. I should say that if I try to learn a second language. Okay, cool. Now say it in the second language. I can't. No, senor, please. Or por favor, fuck. I need to get 2 words in. Lo siento. Chivalware, which is ChivalWare. Chivalware.
That's got to be Chivalware.
Chivalware?
Nice.
Sure.
Yes.
Death Stranding has me thinking Chiral Network. Anyways.
Right, no. It is chivalry.
It is a
Maybe
Mega Man Battle
chivalry.
Network-ish thing, but you play some sort of cyber knight. Ah, a knight. Chival. I see.
Yes.
Autumn 2026 demo out now.
Look pretty cool.
This next thing drives me insane because this feels like an MCU character name. And that drives my brain wild that someone came to this conclusion on their own. Like, this is a character they just, oh, that's Mephisto. And I'm like, oh shit, Mephisto. And they're like, yeah, but his full name's Kirk Mephisto. What? It is a hack and slash 3D action game set in a sci-fi future with bug people in power suits.
Yeah, it looks like it really wants to be Devil May Cry, but it's not in a good state yet, I don't think.
I see. You have written it has knockoff Third Strike music.
Oh yeah, I forgot it did that. Yes, it has something that sounds very much like the character select screen in Third Strike.
Are you sure it's not just a saxophone?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Polyfighter is a single player, weird, roguelike fighting game.
Yeah.
Sounds like Mono Fighter. I don't know. So it's a roguelike fighting game?
Yeah.
Can you talk
Yeah,
about
you
it
get to you get to pick 3, but they're for different moves. You go through a roguelike mode.
Yeah, that's
It
kind of
still
like
has
Slay the Spire map.
Ah, yes.
Oh yeah, it does.
Inspired by the very same greatness, yes. Echograph, PS1 style survival horror game with fatal frame-like camera combat that is out this year. That is Echograph.
Yeah, they really nailed the PS1 look, I think.
Ooh. Dioxide. It's a cel-shaded first-person shooter in a, quote, neo-antique nightmare.
Yes, it's a Souls-like first-person shooter. But it has... The art kind of reminds me of Borderlands. It looks cool. You play as a weird statue woman.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
Dungeon Lurker. It's a neat-looking beat-em-up with pixel art characters on 3D backgrounds, actually about your dead childhood friend who played this cursed game. Oh shit, Ben Drown?
Yes, it's the plot sounded really cringe and generic, but game looks cool.
So that's not literally the plot of the game?
No, that is literally the plot of the game.
Oh, okay, cool. Ben Drown. Great, got it.
Yes.
Entropy. It's a turn-based RPG with low poly WoW-like aesthetic.
Yeah, and weirdly, it looks like they say it's inspired by JRPGs and turn-based RPGs, but it looks a lot closer to like just running around fields like in Oblivion or something.
Huh. I'm very interested. That game again was Entropy. And that did it for the mix, but we watched the big state of play. Wolverine.
He's hairy.
He sure is.
He has a lot of hair. Jean Grey's in it. Jesse Faden? Jesse Fadden?
Jesse,
That's the main character control.
Yeah,
I didn't write these. I just know this.
Oh, yeah? I couldn't tell. The first bullet, by the way, is it doesn't look like shit. I couldn't tell you didn't write that, Bob. Masumi says Wolverine has almost as much hair as Rig. That is simply not possible. He's a follicle mancer. September 15th. Any comments, Chris?
I mean, it looks like, you know, a Wolverine game with kind of Arkham adjacent combat, and they've implied that it's just a linear game, so that's most of what you'd want.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping they'd do something a little more unique. I don't know.
I was hoping you would have a little bit more like an action, like a more standard action game without so much magnetism.
Mm-hmm. That'd be nice.
Why do you not want Magneto to be in it?
If they
want to make a
put in
Magneto game and do that, I'm all for it.
If they need to, they have like this group of jobbers from the X-Men universe. That was the dude with the skull that Wolverine kills instantly.
Mm-hmm.
You need to put in the dude who has tank treads instead of legs, or you're cowards.
Mutoid Man is in fucking X-Men? Wait. Well, yeah, literally Mutoid Man is an X-Men. I already know that. I honestly thought it looked a lot better than I was expecting. I'm really afraid that this Wolverine game's gonna fucking suck with how long it took to come out. And this trailer made it look like it will be an enjoyable time. Not the most creative video game for certain, but it looks fucking cool. Aggro, what did you think?
I thought it was neat. I mean, like, it's Insomniac doing what they do. I had a couple of moments of pause.
Uh-huh.
I haven't looked into it. I don't know if they've said anything. This trailer raised a couple of interesting questions about the timeline or the universe we're in.
Oh, yeah? Why's that?
Because Wolverine being in the full suit and Jean Grey showing up and saying nothing, and then that kid having no idea who Wolverine is, were weird.
So it's not related to the animated series. That much we could confirm.
Yeah, I assume they'll do their own spin on the whole universe, kind of like they did with Spider-Man.
Right.
I see a lot of people saying it's an AU. The X-Men don't exist. There are no X-Men. Is that what's in that blog? I actually forgot to go read that blog post. Holy shit.
Yeah, we know in those leaks that they were going to do a set of X-Men games after Spider-Man, so it would make sense if it's like about the founding of the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah,
And-
I honestly, I thought the X-Men would have already existed, and then we just get the X-Men game after the third Spider-Man. Anyway, hey, get to that X-Men game already. So about why I'm excited for this, there are X-Men in it. I'm fucking
X-Men being
starving
in the
as a
game
fan
helped.
of X-Men my entire adulthood. God. When was the last time Fox made an X-Men? God, Dark Phoenix. When did Dark Phoenix come out?
Yeah, and then we had Deadpool 3.
Yeah, which is why I specifically said, when was the last time Fox made an X-Men? 2019. And that was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Unlike the previous movie, which was only laughable. It had Ivan Ooze in it. It was funny. Anyways, they showed off Marvel Tokon announcing the villain team with Doctor Doom, Green Goblin, Carnage, and Magneto. The game is still coming out August 6th. Oh shit, X-Men 97 Season 2 is next month? Awesome. Great. I hear Season 3 is supposed to come closer to Season 2 than 2 was to 1. So that's great. Bob, you still haven't watched that.
No, I still haven't checked it out.
It's good. It's good. But
I
you
should
have
probably
to
do
watch
that at some point.
You have to watch the entire original animated series, Bob.
I don't think I need to. I
do.
think I kind of know some of the important parts just from osmosis and seeing bits of it back in the day.
You need to watch it all. Shut up, Masumi. He has to watch it all.
I mean, it's true. You do have to watch it all.
You have to watch it all, Bob. And you have to do it in VR chat. It's the only way, Bob. It's the only way.
She's right.
Yeah.
Some things just have to be this way.
I forgot to mention I watched 9 episodes of The Critic in VR chat. The Critic is extremely funny and holds up, but there is an element of The Critic what I was holding in my head, and I was like, I'm not really looking forward to those jokes that just never fucking landed, and especially don't now. What is a good way to describe this? And as we're watching, Altasmith goes, "That's a Gex joke." And I go, "Oh, fuck. Oh, no. That's a perfect way to describe this. Fuck me, dude. Shit."
I could just hear Gex's voice. I'm on cruise control.
No, that's too good a joke for Gex. Instead, it has to be up there with it's like taco night at Marlon Brando's. It's that tier joke.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, those. We put 2 celebrity names together.
Yep.
Funny.
So The Critic's still funny, still really well made. However, you will get Gexed. Ugh. Anyway. Rayman. Oh, do I have to?
Hang on. I need to talk about this Tokon trailer.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
okay.
go ahead.
Because I learned 2 things rapid fire. One, that apparently Steve Bloom has already voiced the Green Goblin in the Spectacular series.
Huh.
And 2,
Yeah, this actually uses Spider-Man from this is also from the Spectacular series. Like, it's not Yuri Lowenthal.
Yeah,
And two?
that's interesting. That we have a canonical answer to who would top if Doom and Magneto got together.
Thank you, Acro. Good
Yeah,
to
I
know
was
these
surprised
details
that-
slipped past me.
Magneto would even work for someone else, but I guess Doom is persuasive in ways we don't know.
Some Fujo I am. Anyways, Rayman Legends Retold.
Ugh.
This leaks.
What are you doing?
They're also holding the Rayman IP hostage in case people didn't hear.
Yep.
This has to
Yep.
sell or
Yup.
we don't get a new Rayman.
Yep.
They said they were going to make a new Rayman if this sells and it'll be 3D.
What?
Sorry.
You have to buy
sorry,
shit
Rayman.
or we'll never make the thing you like. You're not going to make the thing we like anyway.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Rayman has to die. I cannot buy this.
Yeah, like a bunch of footage went up after they announced it. So go look at what the Castle Rock level looks like in this, and then be like, why? Why'd you even fucking bother?
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
It looks like somebody tried to recreate it in Unreal Engine.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, you were saying
Yeah, the
Bob?
stuff they put in this trailer is, mostly looks nice, but not as good as it used to. Seeing just the castle thing, that's sad. Like, that is just nowhere even close. They don't have any of the stuff in the background even that you would have in the original game. It's so dire.
$40. It comes with Rayman Origins Enhanced.
Which sounds like what people actually wanted.
And
Chris,
allow me to make a PSA.
There we go.
The thick fairies weren't in this one. Those were in Origins. Nothing was removed. It's okay. You don't have to get all fidgety and scared because they AI extended a piece of art that had to put a fairy that vaguely looked sort of like it didn't. It had green. It was wearing green. And I don't know how you could look at that grok slop and not figure out it was an AI extended image. Come on, guys. You're on a hair trigger here.
Oh, it was in the PlayStation blog too as official art.
Yeah, it's very obviously something they AI extended, though.
So here's my point. They could have added the thick fairies to this one.
They could have.
They could have.
Maybe they did. This has new levels. It has new musical levels. Footage of a Can't Touch This level came out.
See? It has new stuff. Why are there no new fat bitches? The other games have fat bitches.
Why isn't it a
Apparently
new
that's
fucking
staple.
game?
Yes, obviously my stance is always, why isn't it a new fucking game, you assholes? How fucking dare you pretend you could give us the Capcom test in 2026, you fucking pieces of shit?
Have you noticed
So if
that
we-
you're not Capcom?
So you're saying if we buy this in 6 years, we might get another game, maybe. That's not a good proposition.
It's a terrible proposition, and that terrible proposition is out October 1st. Because every game is shipping between September 1st and October 4th.
Yep.
Bancho the Chef is a prequel to Dave the Diver, made by the devs of Dave the Diver. The devs.
Dave
It
the
is-
devs.
Dave of the devs. Dia de los Dave. So it has to be plural because of los. Anyways, Bancho the Chef, no date. You make sushi in the game. There you
Seems
go.
cool.
Kemuri, made by Ikumi Nakamura, has been revealed. You can now see the game. It is some sort of runny, urban, cool, magic power action game that you can co-op. Thank God it seems like you can co-op it. When they were talking about this before, it was a little concerning that it might be a multiplayer focused thing. It was like, we need this to not be that so it doesn't die.
Right.
You hunt yokai. Ikumi Nakamura, still cute as hell. Did you know?
They edited a weird bird behind her for some of those scenes. I don't know why they did that.
2027. Tomb Raider. So the AI in Raider needs to be capitalized.
Yes.
Legacy of Atlantis. They're doing the first Tomb Raider again, and it's doing the first Tomb Raider things again, and it looks like that. So that's good. There are dinosaurs and things. They make it very set PC at a few parts with the dinosaurs. Anyways, it uses Gen AI. That's out February 12th, 2027.
Thanks, Amazon.
Thanks, Amazon.
Yeah, if only James Bond were published by Amazon, then we could have all this incredible Gen AI.
Well, don't worry. That'll be the next one.
The Lost Wild. It's a dinosaur survival game made by former Alien Isolation devs. It's not Jurassic Park. I don't know why you thought that, chat. I definitely
Well, you
was
can
going to say
tell
The
it's
Lost
not
World.
Jurassic Park because the dinosaurs look scientifically accurate, which no dinosaur in Jurassic Park will ever look.
Published by Annapurna, comes out 2027. No Xbox version.
Yep.
Phantom Blade Zero gets a date, then delays their game a month the nanosecond the show ends, October 29th.
Oh my god! I didn't
It was
see that.
October 1st, and immediately like, we're October 29th.
Yeah, run. Run.
I spent this whole trailer like, is this Phantom Blade Zero? Because that's 3 guys fighting over a baby. Was that a thing?
Dune Awakening is coming to consoles and will, with this launch, have a single-player focused mode or piece of content. It comes out September 22nd. I forgot this wasn't on console.
Yeah.
Right?
Interesting.
Dynasty Warriors 3 Complete Edition Remastered, what a fucking name, is coming out October 1st, because again, everything is coming out between September 1st and October 4th. Dynasty Origins, man, is now there, and it isn't this with one of the fancy editions? It features the retro costumes, which are just the PS2 fidelity textures wrapped and upscaled blurrily to the new fucking models. It's insanely rough.
I think it's even the old models, just with their textures all low res.
This looks like a shit post in VR chat.
It does.
So funny. No. Oh, and by the way, the normal edition of that game, isn't that like 40, Bob?
Yes.
Thank God.
But you can, if you want, spend, God, what is
70.
it? 70 or $90?
Yeah, I think you said 70 earlier because I lost my mind over it. It's like, sure, we'll sell you a $40 game, but what if you bought it for 70 instead? Yeah, chat's saying it's
70.
Yeah.
70 for the digital deluxe. That's crazy.
It is crazy. No Rest for the Wicked. A game that we apparently have covered before, according to chat during the State of Play, and I simply do not remember.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I don't remember every game we've ever covered before. It's shocking.
Weird.
Is made by Moon Studios, which is the Ori devs, and it is a game that has been in an early access. They announced 1.0 and a PS5 release in October. Crossplay, cross-save. For people who don't know, that studio sucks, and that was one of the earliest things we had to cover on Big Think Dimension.
Right.
Like 7 years ago. Episode 375, baby. Onimusha Way of the Sword, we talked about it. There's a demo out. That shit comes out September 26th. They announced for the special edition of PlayStation Plus, and almost definitely you could buy it too because they stopped doing that fucking weird thing they were doing. Dawn of Dreams.
So funny.
Yeah, get fucked, buddy.
They need to hurry up and announce an Onimusha 3 like actual remaster if they're condemning this one to the this fate.
Silent Hill Townfall is out September 24th. I'm going to be honest, there was probably new plot details in this trailer that was teased. But so much of it is so similar to what we've already seen. It's a good reminder. Reminder that's 3 months and 20 days from now. And you might also know a date between September 1st and October 4th. Remembering when games comes out this year is easier than ever. Ace Combat 8. Wings of Thief. Release date announced. It's October 2nd.
I can't believe that. Really?
Which is a date between September 1st and October 4th. what is it's Ace Combat 5 is what they're bundling in with early versions of this.
No, it's Zero. Ace Combat Zero.
It is Zero
the
this
Belkin
time.
War.
Right. And it's the same shit as last time. If you don't get it at launch, it won't exist for you ever again.
Yeah, apparently somebody explained to me apparently it's that they have real planes.
Are you fucking serious?
So it's literally like Forza, where it's like the cars are they have to license the cars, they have to license the planes from a fucking Northrop gunman or whatever.
We need to burn down society. Christ.
You just make up your own planes. It's fine.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, they can do that now. Anyways, October 2nd.
Yeah, and this really sucks because I think all the Ace Combat games are like super broken on PCSX2 even. Maybe they fixed that in the last couple months, but the last time I looked, it was like, yeah, they're fucked up. That might have been more than 2 years ago at this point. I fucking lost track of time.
I think that was more than 2 years ago. You would have to ask Haitian Schwartz how good it's looking nowadays.
Oh yeah, he did play them.
I think Haitian was saying it was pretty good, but I have no first-hand experience. They announced a new Stuntman game! Stuntman Hollywood! It had a bunch of scenes from movies because of vehicles and stunts involving cars from movies in it. I'm like, that's fucking Knight Rider. Why is that the DeLorean? What the fuck's going on? That's a Mad Max vehicle. We're like, is this Twisted Metal? Who's doing brand name Twisted Metal, like with branded cars? What the fuck is this? Stuntman Hollywood! They're making a new one. What the fuck?
I don't know. That's wild.
That is wild.
I hope it's good.
There is no date on that. Ill. It's made by the Atomic Heart devs and Team Clout. Crazy looking zombie game with horrifying enemies. PS2 core voice acting, which is what we love around here. We love when a goddamn motherfucker go crispy goddamn critters. Shit's out 2027. That game again, Ill. Control Resident is in fact, sit down, shipping between September 1st and October 4th.
Crazy shit.
September 25th, baby. Still looks fucking good.
Sorry, Remedy, you're coming out on the same day as Onimusha, and I already know where my heart lies.
No, this is great. I could play Control Resident, and then we can talk about different games. Bob,
I hope that they have a physical version.
Oh, right.
This doesn't seem to have taken the Epic Cuck deal, so
right.
Hopefully.
Epic was the publisher of Alan Wake 2. That's why they didn't
that's
do it.
true.
I don't know who the publisher is on this. Oh, God.
Yeah, because
Marathon!
if we get too physical, we can just swap them when I'm done with Sony Motion. You're done with this.
Yes. Marathon! Season 2 launched. They're like, here's a free trial week. Why are you all upgrading the trial for $14? No, you do not own it now. We have fixed this. Fuck you. That was a very funny glitch on the PlayStation
27, I
store.
think? It's 27 is what it is with the sale.
Yeah.
So the core game is 27? Right.
That's what I believe is the case, yes.
Right. Okay. It was so try the open trial now if you have PlayStation Plus, I guess, or maybe you don't even need PlayStation Plus because
it's also on PC.
Oh, fuck
If your
I mean,
PC
you don't
can
even
run
need
it.
to try it.
Yeah, go try it. Go try it to see if you should try it. And then upgrade your trial so you can enjoy that for 1 week. RuneScape Dragon Wilds is coming to PlayStation Plus, baby. This is one of those
This is a new RuneScape game.
Yeah, they're launching a RuneScape game directly into PlayStation Plus tiers. That was never on my bingo card. PsyOps, the Mindgate Conspiracy, and Gitaru Man are both coming to PS2 emulated back and pat stuff. Cool. I never would have expected Gitaru Man. You know
Right.
what else I would not have expected? Let's make a sequel to Until Dawn 2 and have Fire Sprite, the people behind Horizon Call of the Mountain, the VR game, and the canceled Twisted Metal game make it.
What the fuck?
I don't.
Yeah.
If your plan was to make a 2, why didn't you keep the studio that remastered 1?
And also the Theater of War mode in Star Citizen.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, because it is dead. It is dead because they did not keep them around. Follow the sentence.
Right?
Yeah, Sony just killed them. Like Sony ruthlessly killed them when that terrible project that Sony greenlit did not take off.
They specifically made them make a project of remaking a thing, and then when it was a bad idea, they got the cut. So many layers of stupid.
Sony has been the worst recently.
Also, the name no longer makes sense. It is not Until Dawn. It is, in fact, Very Daylight, because they are on a tropical resort. Everyone can live.
During the day.
Everyone can die.
Maybe the dawn is like a metaphor.
Maybe. 2027.
I was kind of wowed that they wanted to show this game for that long. And it's like nearly the last game of the show. It's like, man, is that really something that Sony wants us getting hyped for?
This is a really complicated concept to convey. So I'm talking to the people who will understand it. The tech and tools at Firesprite is not the same as the tech and tools that were at the people who made Until Dawn originally. These faces do not look good enough. The animations do not look good enough. They are getting clowned on by a 12-year-old PS4 game? This is rough, guys. Why are we doing this?
Something like that.
It's a movie game. It's your fidelity.
Its one job is to look good.
Yeah, your fidelity is important. It's really rough out here. This visually looks like shit. And then Firesprite's going to take the fall for that.
Another studio lost to Until Dawn.
How many will it claim? And next up was 20 minutes of gameplay. Oh!
Whoa.
Oh my god! Aggro!
What happened to Aggro?
It cannot be resisted. The age of the cube is upon us.
Ah! That's fucking terrifying. Are you also going to be portrayed by Jack Quaid? Red Letter Media's own Jack Quaid? They showed off God of War Lo-Fi. They promoted it as 20 minutes of gameplay, then a lot of it was just cinematic cutscene, walk and talk, squeeze through cutscene moments. This game
about
looks
2 minutes of actual gameplay.
This game looks fucking sick. Monster design off the charts. World looks fucking incredible. Combat looks much more interesting. I was whelmed by God of War Ragnarok. Like, I identify it's a very well-constructed thing. There are good moments in it. This is so fucking fascinating and cool in a way I never could have expected a third God of War game set in the modern era of God of War games could.
Yeah, it is wild that they got in Deborah Ann Wall and we're like, also, it's just D&D now.
Yes!
Yeah, I'm really glad that this is frankly the coolest thing Sony has announced in a while.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like, I'm glad. It seems like maybe Baldur's Gate 3 convinced people, like, yeah, you can make big budget fantasy games and people will show up. People like fantasy.
Like, there's
my only fear is that now that the main character isn't completely stone-faced and stoic, they will take that as an opportunity to write the worst bullshit in the world as ambient dialogue.
I mean, we do have 2 comedy sidekick characters already.
Yeah, we do have the Reddit cube.
Hey, we don't know that the cube is Reddit.
Like there's a lot we know, there's a lot we don't know. One thing I do know, one thing that I know will salve a lot of rough spots and a lot of weird decisions is that there's a shot in this trailer where she beats a guy's body out from around his soul 10 feet in the air and then kicks the shit out of his soul for a while.
And then when it snaps back, it like explodes.
It's so good.
This being in the afterlife of the gods, there's no way there isn't going to be the uncomfortable sequence where she meets the Greek gods.
Yes. If they don't do that, they're leaving too much on the table.
I need her to team up with Athena for like an hour without realizing who she is and then beat her ass.
I'm not convinced Athena is dead.
Ooh.
She is
never
the only one that
died.
kind of survived. Like every other Greek god
It's
was killed,
unclear
basically.
it's unclear if when she shows up in 2018, if Kratos is hallucinating her or if she just follows him around like a vengeful specter calling him names.
Uh-huh.
That's one of the things I really wished was going to be developed further in Ragnarok and simply wasn't mentioned.
God, she's gonna just like Zeus is gonna. God, I hope they put Zeus in it. You know, if they're making that remake trilogy, it's a great opportunity to just make models for all those guys.
Right.
And some amount of animations.
They considered doing a prequel
She
set
could meet
before.
Ares.
Mm-hmm.
They
There are already
considered-
2 other God of Wars they showed in this trailer, so it would make sense to bring in Ares too.
Yeah, they had Sekhmet. They considered setting the prequel before her dying, but this was more interesting. Yeah, it sure was. You said this before
a
her dying
million billion
sucks.
times.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they put out a big interview between Cory Balrog and the director of the new game, who the director of the new game apparently started working on God of War back when she cut the trailer for God of War 1 at TGS, when they had blue Kratos. So she's been with the series forever, so that's cool.
There was no date announced yet, but Jason Schreier flat out said this is not far away. All of the leaks are saying
he's like,
early next year or next year.
Yeah, he was
Right.
like, I don't know why they didn't put a date on it. It's soon.
People confused about blue Kratos. When they first announced God of War, Kratos was blue instead of red.
What? Was he? I thought I was always his brother.
I think they even showed up in
Oh
the trailers.
no, I see. There's concept art of it that certainly exists.
Like in the new one or the original?
No, the original.
Huh.
Like his tattoos were going to be blue instead of red.
Huh. Yeah, I know at
But
some
yeah,
point they were trying to be like, that's his brother. It's like,
Yeah, I
maybe
think
his
I'm-
brother should have a design.
And then he did, and he was in a
Yes.
great game.
Yep.
Anyway. That's...
I think this kind of made Wolverine, the opening of the show, kind of look bad. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah, I'm also kind of there. Yeah, when you're like going like an evolution of the Ragnarok combat system versus, you know, even a highly advanced version of Arkham.
Mm-hmm. And then, I don't know, it just looks so much more visually pleasing, too.
It does look fucking insane.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Absolutely crazy.
Okay, so I looked this up. Yeah, fucking David Jaffe said originally he was blue, and the reason they changed it, and I never, ever connected these dots. The reason they changed it is because he looked like the Diablo 2 barbarian. Because the Diablo 2 barbarian has nothing but a ponytail and blue tattoos. I never put that together. Holy shit. Huh.
That's great.
That's fucking wild. I played both of those games at the same time and never once went, hey, wait a minute. That's because he was red. Obviously, I would have instantly connected these dots elsewise.
Right. And technically, the Diablo 2 Barbarian, you see him pretty well at the select screen, but once you start playing, he's pretty far away. It's like small. Maybe covered in armor.
It's true. Let's see. So, tomorrow, we will be simulcasting. Oh, what's up, Bob?
Before we get to that, did everyone see Jack Quaid in the giant cube,
PVC
like
cube, yeah.
for doing the
No, I
mocap?
did not.
Oh, you didn't
Why?
see that? Okay, one moment.
You need to see
I'm
this.
pulling it up. It's so
It's-
funny. Look
like,
at this.
Some
This
part
is
of me's like, I don't even care if the writing gets really cringe. I can just imagine this man standing in that, and I am happy.
But he
Look at
doesn't
this.
have it's a gelatinous cube. Why on earth do you need mocap?
I guess to have him
because-
in the scene with the other actors.
yeah. They're gonna have him
Right,
over
and
and
then-
talk
so
in
they-
the scene to other actors.
And they also, it looks like in some of the shots he is moving it, so
He
I
is,
guess
yeah.
he can emote
He's gonna
somewhat through
wiggle.
moving the cube.
They're taking his wiggle performance. Yeah, no, I laughed really hard when I saw that image. I'm like, him being Jack Quaid is even funnier now. Do you think Mike Stoklos is going to show up in this game?
I hope.
That'd be really funny.
I want him to be some random god. It'll basically look like his Smiling Friends character.
To be clear, that is how an original trilogy God of War god would look.
Yes.
Just a fat sack of shit sitting on a throne and be like, I don't want to be here anymore. It's so true. Anyways, tomorrow, Summer Gaming, it continues with Summer Game Fest, 4 p.m. Central. We're going to be live a little bit before that because Kyle Bosman, he's probably doing a pre-show. What's up, Bob?
I'm sorry, I was then thinking about, no, we get Rich Evans, and that just to have a flashback where Kratos murders him while he's screaming, oh no!
God, there's so many funny angles to her meeting the Greek gods. Is it going to be like, is she just going to immediately know because Kratos told her? And she's like, oh, you're that motherfucker. Like, will she be be mournful and remembering Kratos, and some like a bunch of heads snap out looking at her when they hear the word Kratos?
Right?
Yeah, I bet that game's gonna be really good. But yeah, tomorrow, Friday, Summer Game Fest, 4 p.m. Central. We're probably gonna be live at least half an hour before that because I bet Kyle Bosman is probably gonna do a pre-show thing for it, but we don't actually know. Every time you see listed in the fan Discord, link in the description to join the fan Discord, we have a schedule written in there. It has all the shows we're going to cover on it. After Summer Game Fest, it's Day of the Devs. Saturday, we're going to be live at 10 a.m. Central Daylight Time to cover the Southeast Asia Game Showcase, which was pretty solid. It's pretty solid. After that, the Wholesome Direct. After that, Story Rich Game Showcase. After that, hopefully not the Green Game Showcase, but hopefully anything else because I fucking hate them. Future Game Showcase at 2 p.m. Central and Frosty Games Fest at 5 p.m. Central. That's a big gap. Who knows? Sunday, Xbox at noon Central and PC Gaming Show at 2. You got to show up. You got to show up. It's very important. You got to remember Phil.
Even if you don't want anything to do with Xbox, it's not about that. This is almost certainly going to have a bunch of other actual people you care about that are not Xbox.
And I revealed it. This is going to be the best show they've ever had. They're not going to fuck up in any way. It'll be great.
And then there's the PC Gaming Show.
Yeah, that'll
it's a
be
good way
funny.
To wind down.
We could have the fucking AI asset counter for how many times they cut to some terrible AI generated fucking Family Guy cut in.
Ugh.
Anyways, please be excited. I may do a No Slam stream at some point. Keep your ear to the ground. Please join us tomorrow, though. Chris is going to be kidnapped by the Summer Game streams for a bit here. Do you foresee yourself possibly doing a stream in the days following? I assume not because, oh my God, this is so much.
Yeah, certainly not during the Summer Games Fest.
Okay. Will King Crimson return? We need to make that a prediction at the beginning of the future game showcase.
Yes.
Anyways, that's it for this episode. A big thing to mention. Thank you for sticking with us for 375 episodes. Who knows who next will turn into a 3D VTuber? See you next time. Goodbye. I bet it's Rahab.
Better fucking not.
It better not be. He would be too cool. You're afraid of him. It's probably aggro as a cube.
Thank you very much for listening to this episode of Big Thing to Mention. Big Thing to Mention is possible because of you and your support over at patreon.com/GB podcast, where you help support us cover all this stuff. And so we'd like to live indoors. That helps. Medicine's cool too. I like food, but I think everyone knows that by now.